welcome to the third episode of Ascension. I was like, what episode is this?
Look, it's been a long decade.
I tweeted yesterday on our Roll4it Twitter, this is how tired I am. That our next episode was June 7th or something like that.
So was it June 7th next year or June 7th in the past?
It just says June 7.
Could be either.
I didn't put a year. It could be 2020.
We have an extended hiatus.
I don't even know where
still
June
on the bed,
7th
Mike?
came
Does
from.
the viewers finally hear it?
June 7th isn't even a Thursday. What?
I told him, chat, to change it, and he said he'd change it, and then he didn't.
Change
Not my
what?
fault.
Look, there's a lot going on. I'm
go.
on the good mic now. There you go. Hi.
There you go.
Oh, did you
This
get
is what we
Are we
hear
doing-
every episode for the first, like,
Yeah, they've
5
never
minutes
heard that
before we
mic
remind
before.
him.
Oh yeah, they have never heard it because you're always usually running the show when you're on the show. We're changing things up so that the GM doesn't always have to run the show because it's very hard to be like the GM running the show and then also GMing, and then if something happens, you're not paying attention to stuff. But anyways, you take it away. Oh, sorry, Dave, were you going to say something?
I was just going to say that EE, you can put a D&D ASMR pledge on your Patreon. You know, we can
If you get
satisfying.
to $6,666 on our Patreon, then I will.
I was going to do
ASMR.
something, but then you went there. No.
Okay. Wait, where were you gonna go?
Yeah.
I was going to get in on the ASMR, but then you had to take
Okay.
it to the... You went over the line.
I'm not sure where the line is anymore. I'm pretty sure 2020 has erased the line.
That's
Say,
true.
not in like the tower, the line moves.
Basically,
catch
this
the
is
line.
2020.
Right, okay. Welcome to Roll4it with Very Soon Streams. Get to play some lovely tabletop RPGs. Today we are, of course, playing Ascension, our 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons long-running campaign with our guest for the moment, Mike. Hi, Mike.
Hello, I'm now in HD.
Yeah! Oh yeah, we got Mike.
You do have a lot more pixels going on. Today there is no supporter. Monthly recap coming tomorrow. So if you want to hear the recap about May, which seems so long ago, you
We
can.
do say some
So
stuff
much has
about
happened
June
since
and
then.
May.
Tiny bit, yeah.
got too
Then
excited.
the recap be coming tomorrow, and Ascension lore posts are coming soon. In addition to presumably, if they finish this tower level, more tower stuff, because then you'll have all the GM assets for the tower.
Pick
going
up
on.
your Shadow of Duskfall merch because that stuff's getting swapped out soon. We will do an announce when that date is actually getting swapped out, but we have some Ascension stuff coming, so you know.
I should probably get that merch before it comes.
Do a Bentham and buy your merch today.
Bentham.
How much does
I
the
forgot it got swapped out. I should.
how much does the cape that flutters by itself cost in your? Because we're
Ooh.
selling
Maybe we should
those,
talk
right?
to them about that. Like how you
We
need
should
a
see
cape
if we can
and
get
then
a cape. I wonder if we can get. I bet you we can.
With a
Cape
with a
of-
fan.
Yeah,
was gonna say,
cape
like
of
a fan
billowing
on your
is
belt back?
presumably
Yeah.
doable with modern technology. We
Yes!
can make it happen.
You'll have to
with
do the
little battery
fan part
pack.
on your own, but I can definitely probably
that.
get a cape.
I want a cape just with a picture of Bone on it, right?
Aww.
That'd be awesome. I'd like that. That'd be awesome.
Now I'm just asking for for a friend, not for myself, but do they do like body pillows? Because then Arena can get a body pillow of Bone.
Oh, a 7'1" body pillow for a 2'3" person.
He has to make it far enough on the list to be
Oh,
able to achieve the
Okay,
pillow
so
action.
there is a rank on the list called body pillow worthy. When we hit that
Oh
rank,
man, that's when you
Hmm.
know.
If we hit
Hello, Ford.
if we hit $6,000 on Patreon, then you can have a body pillow.
Bone body pillow. Yep.
No,
Mhm.
we will get
Wait.
and send Mike a body pillow.
Yep.
That'd be
Wait,
amazing.
I can only
you know
add
what?
new goals so fast.
I'm nearly 7 foot tall myself. I'll just come be your body pillow, Mike. That's the payoff. I'll just come and just like lay,
Fantastic!
just like snuggle. That's it.
And you
Yeah.
can
very
tell
typical.
me some logical statistics about things. Like,
Exactly.
yes, you
Mhm.
need to sleep
I've-
at least 7.23 hours for appropriate rest and relaxation.
That's
thanks,
that's a
man.
new thing. We want a cuddly toy of Gatton, which has one of those little cords, and when you pull it, it like makes like little lines. It's like, you are second on the list.
Just
Very
try
brief.
activate
Not
murder,
good.
death, kill mode.
Yep. Very devastating, but completely accurate assessments of people that you just wouldn't
Yep.
say out loud. Yes. That's
And like
it.
when you
Mhm.
squeeze it, like a little Pietro goes.
It sells itself. Hey, pledge, folks.
There's
You
a
want
little thing
it,
that
we got it.
opens. There's just a little thing that opens up and you can see.
I'm gonna
Oh,
invest in
no.
this. That's great.
Just go on like Dragon's Den or whatever you have in them. What is it? Dragon's Den called in America?
I think it's still called Dragon's. Oh no, is it Shark Tank?
Shark Tank. That's what
Oh,
it's called.
Shark Tank, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, Dragon's Den. I don't know what that is.
Pitching the ideas to a bunch of rich people.
Done.
Yeah.
Sold. Right. Anyway, that's for the announcements. Go support some Patreon stuff if you want. And I mean, any of these amazing ideas that will never get made. But you can support us in spirit by going with
I
Patreon.
can make
patreon.com.
some things happen, and I could also make a Shark Tank happen at Roll4it Con. if we have enough pledges.
Oh God.
I'm adding that to the list.
Is that people just pitch merch ideas to us?
Now I want a Shark Tank, which is every guest who's been on Ascension at the end of the year. We four just sit there and then analyze their ideas, and then we choose one to get made.
I thought you were going to suggest we just put them in an actual Shark Tank or something.
I'm down for that as well.
No, I was
That's
thinking
probably a
of like
traveler thing.
you can rent one of those things where like people sit there and then like if we hit a certain like donation mark for our charity donation, they get dropped into the water.
Yes.
And then there's sharks.
And then the
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's
And then
all
the
it's
shark.
all.
And then the were
That
sharks
is-
attack.
That is definitely a room in the traveling tower. Like you have to answer questions, and if you fail, then you have to fight the sharks.
I like that.
Specifically the
use that
were
idea later
sharks, not just sharks.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Anyway, you can support us on Patreon. That's a thing that probably won't happen, but you can support us in spirit over there. Different tiers and rewards over there as well, including stuff like after shows, etc. You can also support us on Twitch. You get access to the VODs before they go on YouTube, not 24 hours because of processing times. You get access to our Discord, like all the other tiers. You get access to the Discord, which is great, and you get some lovely emotes as well. You can support us on YouTube. You can become a YouTube member. You get a funny colored name and some emotes and access to our Discord.
To really sell it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people do it because they want the funny colored name. There's like 2 of them, and every time I'm like, "What's a color name?"
I think
Oh,
we got
yeah.
3 now.
3.
I
Oh
think.
wow, we're going up. There you go. Thank you very much. It's the
Because
exclusivity.
I sell it, you see. I've managed to sell it to 3.
Okay, you do it. You sell it to me. Sell me being a YouTube member.
Well, there's emotes and badges and stuff, but also the key thing is the Discord access, because everyone loves Discord access, and it means that you get to hang out with all the lovely people on the Discord. And you can do that via Twitch and Patreon as well, but yeah, now you have all 3 options. Also, if you do all 3, then you get a stupidly long list of roles in the Discord.
That is true. I'm pretty sure everyone who has done the YouTube member also has done several other things, and I'm always like, "That's a lot of roles." Okay.
What if I'm just all of them?
I mean, if you look
No.
at mine, that's pretty much if you have all of them.
Like the admins and cast have ridiculous amounts of roles because we have a role
Yeah.
for every show we're on, and the fact that we're cast and admins,
including
and
the
if we're
old
a
shows
GM.
that have been like put in the well.
Yeah, okay. Well, I clear them out eventually.
he
Otherwise,
clears them
there'd be
out.
20 roles on each of us
Yeah.
up by now.
Also, you can support us with tips and bits. They go right here, apparently. So that's right. They're right here.
Yeah, I put them in front of EE because originally he had them in front of the dice, or he wanted them in front of the dice, but no one can see the dice, so I just
Well, they don't
covered
have
him
to
up
be in front
instead.
of the dice. They could just be just
Your
below
goal
the
is
dice
just
or
to
something.
cover EE up, and then Pietro lives forever.
I'm on board with this strategy.
Like that.
That's it. Yeah, we're gonna die. Fucking dragons. All the dragons.
Everyone's small, everyone dies.
Yep.
I still can't. In the after show, I was like, Mike, why would you try to kill Pietro? You tried to throw Pietro up on top of him.
There was just a miscommunication. Pietro was gonna go grab the key for us.
It was hypothetical. It didn't actually happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
We're
Anyway,
workshopping it.
You can also support by just telling people about the show. That's honestly one of the best ways to help, is tell people about the show, remind them, tell them, hey, there's a new slot that we're doing, which is why not letting people know about it, which is Thursdays, and it's got this great cast and amazing people and guests who are going to murder our friendly pangolin. I'm going to tell every guest in future that their job is to murder the pangolin and see eventually when we get it
No!
done.
Try to convince them to let you play with the pangolin.
Exactly.
Never letting anyone touch Pietro.
That's fine.
Campaign ends when
Aerospace does
Pietro
the thing.
dies. It's like we
I was
can't
gonna say, I
continue
believe
if that
technically
happens.
I am not letting anyone touch Pietro.
That's true.
It's
But
fine,
I'm doing
air
it
effect
for
spells.
you.
Just one air effect spell. Pietro's got like 1 HP. An air effect spell is great. That'll do the job.
I don't know if you guys remember the Edward Norton Incredible Hulk movie where he just like dove on top of her and like covered her up as the helicopter's exploding. Like that's me and Pietro.
Oh yeah.
Because that works, because science, you know.
Totally.
It's called movie science. Movie science.
That's all the ways you can support. I think that's it. I think we're good, right? Did I miss anything?
That was pretty good.
I think you're
Okay,
good.
in which case,
Other than, if you want to, you can retweet all the things and like and share all the stuff on our social. It doesn't cost you anything, and it's free, and it's super, super duper helpful. And if you tell people about the show, it's super duper duper helpful. More people.
genuinely is really helpful.
My favorite is still seeing people do like viewing parties together. Like, I'm just in shock that people do that.
My favorite was someone actually
my heart.
ran the first tower floor for their friends, and I was like, yes.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
we had somebody do that too.
Yep. Right. In which case, let's do our recap. So, what happened last time? They decided after going out of the tower that the best idea was to go back in the tower before it either jumped away or someone else was like, hey, this tower belongs to us now. So they returned to the tower, found a load of bandits who were pretending to be the sheriff. They knew the sheriff and were like, hey, that's not the sheriff. So they killed most of the bandits. The rest of the bandits ran away. Found the sheriff dead. Then were like, oh, well, this sucks. They had a captive, so they were like, bonk, and then just leave the captive in a coffin or something nearby. And then they went into the tower. They completed the first 2 rooms with a little bit of difficulty, but overall pretty solidly. And they just entered the 3rd room, which was a red door, which normally means a combat encounter. And they found themselves in a room full of 3 feral hogs. Actually, in this case, boars, because there's no feral hogs in the compendium. So, with that, I'm going to pull you over.
Well, you sort of skipped a step where we faced off against our own duplicates and all of that, then got into the room with the feral hogs.
Every room you've been in so far has included duplicates. So it's been a very duplicate-heavy room.
These hogs are gonna have our face on it. Like, oh, this is weird.
That would be super weird.
The hogs are you.
I'm here for this. This might be a good one.
I find this disconcerting.
Plot twist: the hogs need to make it to the next room.
They're
Yeah,
coming
you
from the
extend
other
this room.
direction. Yeah, like this is the midway point of the hog party and our party. And then we'll just
The
pass.
hogs ended after you, and you're both like converging. Anyway, you enter this room. It is a moderately small-sized room. Stone tiles on the floor, but you can see bits of grass and other plants pushing up through. A number of them seem to be these kind of vines with almost red veined leaves, and there are some of thick briars, etc. Mostly around the edge, but there are patches where they're growing up between the actual slabs themselves. There's also 3 very prominent big boars with very prominent tusks that are very sharp and pointy. The boars themselves look pretty beefy, like they're all medium-sized, so they are definitely bigger than everyone in the part. Well, sorry, they're bigger than one person in the party. The rest of you are quite tall, so you're taller than the boars. But they are still quite meaty boars, and they look at you very...
Well, at
They're
least we know it's
definitely
not
not
gonna be
quite hostile, but they are on edge. What would you like to do?
They're looking to eat something about this size that's maybe in a compartment we're gonna
False.
feed.
I would feed them Bones Head before I allowed them to eat Pietro. So, okay, so to be, I guess, perception. I just want to take this room in.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just because I realize things aren't what they seem here, so.
Yeah, I'll just be like, steady, everyone.
We just walk to the next door.
Yeah.
We just have to do it cool. Yep.
Yeah. Maybe they're all an illusion.
17. Okay. Anyone else want to get in perception?
Oh yeah.
I'll give it a go. But
9.
Not so great.
Hey,
Also a 17.
14. Okay.
14.
Everyone but Arena. Arena, the plants are pretty thick here. You're pretty low to the ground. Your party's actually around you, so they're kind of blocking your view. So you don't actually get a very good sense of the room. You can see what I've just described.
What's going on,
But
guys?
anything in particular beyond that is a little bit out of your line of sight, really. Let's be honest. They're big guys, and you are actually at the back of the party when entering. So the rest of you, you notice everything I just described, plus you notice the fact there are 2 doors. One on the left, which is gold, and one on the right, which is no discernible color. It's just a slate gray door with a number of engravings on it. Both of them do have locks, but you don't notice a key. The locks themselves don't even have, those of you who got the 17, so that'd be Perrin and Gatton, the locks don't even have a keyhole. But you can see there's definitely a big chunky lock box on it. It doesn't seem to have an entry point for any sort of key.
But they're just blank, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I like
probably
slowly
swallowed the
reach
key.
for my great. Actually, I probably ordered my great sword out because we knew it was a combat room.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm kind of holding it ready, and I'm like, this is a combat room, so the most likely thing is we're meant to fight these things, but it's still the Traveler. So there could be something else going on.
The plants that you were talking about that are growing on the walls or whatever, are the boars big enough to reach that plant life?
Yeah, the boars currently are mostly just eating and chewing on the plants.
Okay.
Most of them aren't actually like on the walls themselves, so they're sort of growing out of the corners of the room or just at the base of the walls. Some of the vines are going a little bit further up though.
Can I reach, are any of the plants like they're eating, like where I can reach them? Like without going near the pigs? I mean, like it's like how this is growing behind me. Haha. Is there a sample that I can reach?
Yeah, I mean, there's some in between the cracks, and you're kind of standing very close to the edge as well. You were, I think, the second to last, so you're right next to the wall as well. You can grab some.
I would like to take a little nibble of what they're eating. Like if they're eating one of the vines, I would like to chew on one of the vines.
Sure. Let me check something on your sheet.
Like my third eye is about to open, man.
That's neat.
So I don't think I have to eat, but I think I can eat, especially because I forage. I forage and stuff as a wanderer. Actually, DM, since I am a wanderer, and one of the things I can do is forage for food. Do I know anything about the edibility of this stuff? I mean, am I like, well, you could survive for a week were you to consume the vegetation located here. Also, that fruit might not be very good for you to consume. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the problem is it's not really native to around here, but you can definitely it'll be a lower DC on a survival or nature roll, whichever you prefer.
All right, one way or another, it's going to go down the hatch. But let me think about it first. So let's see. Survival's going to be a little better for me.
It looks very similar to some of the. It looks very similar to some of the vines that grow on trees a little bit south from here. Most of them, it's not really something you'd eat just for like, hey, I'll eat all of this for dinner. But like, as people go past, they tend to just pull off a leaf or whatever and chew on it. It's got a vague minty taste, but other than that, no real sustenance as such.
And that was a 6 with a natty 1 for.
Yeah, that was
Just like, considering my natural 1, I am certain that there is no other significance of the vines here. It has a vaguely minty flavor. I have encountered them in my travels south. Although I do still want to take a bite of it.
Sure.
Since I'm so low down to the ground, can I tell if these boars are male or female?
Put them on the list.
He has sufficient musculature.
Make a nature roll, and I'm going to say because they're moving and a little bit further away, a disadvantage. It's possible for you to tell, though. 17.
Wow.
Yeah, you can tell that they are all male. There's definite junk down below them. You can see as you like look down, like you would do to like inspect the bottom of a car. You'd be like, "Oh, there's junk there."
No, that's where you change the
I
oil.
was expecting this to go.
Again, if you want to make me a Constitution saving throw as you bite down on the red-veined vines.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the pigs again.
10. Yeah, you don't get poisoned. You'd also
Glad I
have
got the one out of the way.
actually.
I was about to say, yeah, I am difficult to poison.
The 10 is enough, though. It was DC 10, but you would get advantage on this. But yeah, you're definitely like, that's definitely something eating at the inside of you. You can feel like a strange tang and something hurts very faintly, but it, again, for you.
And these
Just
are the
eat
same
through the
things that the boars are eating, correct?
Yeah.
He sampled the same thing the boars. Is there enough vines and growth that I'd be able to climb up the wall? Like, is it on the ceiling?
The vines do go up the wall. Technically, you could. The room's about 40 foot tall. If you wanted to climb the vines, you could try.
Can I see if like vines are on the ceiling as well? Like, is that something I can travel across?
Yeah, the vines don't really cover the ceiling particularly well, but there are a few. It might be a little bit precarious, but you could certainly try if you wanted.
I would like to climb some. I'm not going to go on the ceiling, but just to get maybe a better view of things. Maybe there's something up on the ceiling that we can't see, maybe?
Before you go up there, I think Arena's just gonna kind of chat with all of you and be like,
we already know that this is going to be a combat room, so maybe they have eaten the keys.
But we also know things are not as obvious as they appear. There might be some non-combat, at least advantage to be gained before we engage these creatures.
I
The
do
fact
have
that
an
they haven't
idea.
fought us already suggests that there's something we can learn about the fight before it begins that will help us. Also, I think because there are no keyholes on the doors, the keys are not real. They are just... The doors will unlock if we complete the right tasks.
I do have an idea.
Proceed.
I can cause a distraction for the two in the back if you want.
Divide and conquer is a good idea.
Yeah, maybe have them distracted while we work on the first boar, and then move on to the next.
Could at least try.
Are these boars exactly like where are they identical to each other?
They all look incredibly similar.
Like I said, I apologize. It's difficult for me to see my sheet and the map at the same time. So
No problem.
they're spread out all over the place
Yeah,
too. Huh?
they seem to be just grazing on the vegetation. You haven't really moved since you entered the room. You've been observing, etc. None of you have made any major movements. So the hogs, while eyeing you, are still just moving around, going between vegetation.
That one like bunch of flowers in the back of the room, is that just the map, or is there actually a conspicuously different plant growing at the far side of the room?
It's a little bit thicker area of vegetation. It's still the same flower because I didn't really have a way to do vines properly, but it's just thicker.
Right.
as
But it is different, yeah.
Axel, or as Bone is climbing the wall of vines, I'm gonna put like an illusion right here of a lady boar.
Okay.
Oh, now I see what the deal is. Nice work.
You make you make a female sow. Well, that's just a sow in the corner. Doesn't make any sound, but it looks very realistic. It's set, doesn't move or anything because it's just minor illusion, right?
Yeah, she takes out like a little bit of fleece from a pocket pouch, and then kind of like does some weird hand motions, and you just see now a boar in the corner back there.
Okay, let's make some investigation checks for boars.
Ooh, what is this?
Fascinating. I was unaware of the fact that you could manifest a pig.
So the first one, I'm gonna have to make you like a lady boar. Give me a sec. There we go. Your lady boar over here, who I am going to have to mark somehow as like, there we go, illusion.
We've literally put lipstick on a pig.
Yes.
You very much have. This one moves like 5 closer. This one, full on at a -2, is just going to sprint across. I'm going to go up to it and get in the way. This other one here, however, looks at the illusion. Looking around.
Having seen that, I would like to button hook to my left and make my way along the wall to the thicker vegetation, like stealthy towards the wall.
Okay, make a stealth roll.
Ooh, nice.
I will say you've got advantage because there's a distraction going on.
Alrighty.
Like, even the boar that saw through the illusion is a little bit distracted by it.
Still looking at the...
Oh,
Ooh,
That 10 is enough. 10 is enough.
Hey!
So you want to
Nice.
move just into the corner there?
I would like to make it all the way up to the thicker vegetation at the far side of the room.
Yeah, you can do that.
And then proceed to investigate over there, see if there's something hidden in this.
Sure. You want to investigate
area.
the vegetation specifically.
And I realize I no longer have any reason to climb on the vines to try to get over there, since all of the boars are out of the way.
You're like half up the vegetation.
I'm like, we're gonna do that now? My bad.
Yeah, make an investigation roll, Garden. Oh, you do have disadvantage because of your still got a point of exhaustion. So, investigation disadvantage.
I was already not very good at this, so
11 is actually good enough. As you look through the vegetation, a number of the thorns and stuff actually not quite piercing your thick wooden hide on your arms, but you can feel they're a little bit sharp. You look in and you spot 2 very well-carved figurines. They are boars.
Oh, nice.
I mean, are they like static or something I could pick up?
They're small figurines, like you might have for like a chessboard or something. You can pick them up.
I have another idea.
I do pick them up, but let me just prepare an action. Before I touch them, if those boars come for me, I rage instantly. So very much, but I pick up the figurines.
Sure. You pick up the figurines. Nothing happens. They seem to be pretty well carved. You would say they're almost artistic.
I know. I just at the far side, because I realize I'm over here with the pigs. I just try and hold them up, like show them to the group.
Oh.
I mean, our people, not the boars. I'm not like, I've got your figurines, boars. No. Yeah.
Is there a third one? It's odd that there's a different number of those to how many boars there are.
Arena, do you think you could tame a wild boar by getting on its back and riding it and like breaking it like a stallion? And then the boar is yours to ride?
We'll try?
Because if I sat on one, I'd crush it probably. But if you did it, that's pretty dangerous though. That is very dangerous. That was just an idea.
They haven't attacked us yet though.
That's true. That's true.
Perhaps if we were to break those carvings, it might injure one of the boars.
Maybe it is like an illusion, like what I did.
Or a voodoo doll where you break that, then the boars. Are there any other?
Do we motion to Gotten to like be like break it?
Gotten, actually, as that boar moves towards the center, it's the one that definitely saw through the illusion, and it is a bit pissed off. Not quite pissed off, but it's getting there. It's annoyed that there was an illusion. You see something happen with the center. There's a slight bit of motion. It's not really something that stands out enough for you to twig what it is, but you notice that something happens, like something catches your eye. Like out the corner of your eye, there is movement.
Similar to the shadow that we just encountered, or something else?
It's hard to say. It's just out the corner of your eye with your passive perception.
And again, sorry, to be clear, is it like as the boar was moving, something happened around the boar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Around or near the boar, because you're looking at the figurines and you just turn to hold them up and you see something out the corner of your eye.
Okay, and I turn and I'm like, to tip them off to like give them a chance to maybe see it.
And I lock eyes on the boar in the middle and watch it for anything weird.
We look.
Yeah, I'd like to investigate this as well.
Do you want to roll investigate rather than perception?
I'd prefer an investigate, given the
you can do an investigate. It just means you're looking in a different manner. Like you're looking for something in particular.
Sure.
I'll give it.
You're looking with a magnifying glass and a pipe.
I have a +3 to this. What is happening?
I got a 12.
Oh no.
5.
Oh my god. Okay.
We're very
Irina,
distracted.
Axel, both of you lock eyes with the boar, and the boar locks eyes with you, and then you're suddenly like, if we look away, I'm not sure what will happen. Will the boar attack as a sign of weakness, or will it see it as like a sign of deference? So you're stuck there, just like the boar. You just. How about the Perrin? Perrin, you notice something particular about the center area. There seems to be a slight carving in a circle, and I will push this to the token layer.
in chat. And
You can
the
now
dice
see there's a
fails.
carved edge around the center. And the center is
Ooh.
slightly lower than the surrounding flagstones now.
Okay, there's a circular area in the center.
You going pig wrangling, everybody? We're gonna wrangle some pigs.
I'm not quite sure what this means, but it's interesting and probably important.
Maybe there is something that we need to put the figurines on.
I start moving towards the. I mean, presumably they like tip me off to this there or something, you know? Because I. Do you? I mean, I don't want to assume.
Oh yeah.
I mentioned the circle.
I start moving that direction.
Okay.
Again, I stealth towards it. I mean,
Would you
actually,
like-
I come down the wall and hook it over. You know, I don't diagonal. I'm like south and then over.
Sure. Make a advantage stealth check. So it'll be a flat stealth roll. Yeah.
Flat. Yeah. I'm like, all right. Stealth, don't fail me now.
Natural 20.
Hey. I'm like,
Wait, where did
activating
Gatton go?
camouflage
How did
activating
There's
camouflage
just some like
protocols.
raw shit off to the side, and you accidentally step in it, and that smell masks your own smell from outside the tower. And so the boars just like just go back to what they're doing as you move. Where do you want to move to?
It didn't work. I was hoping if I leaned back far enough,
You would just disappear.
The background would like I'd Homer Simpson. I ease into the middle.
Okay,
At least, at least to get close enough to. No, come back!
No.
I failed in my one task of protecting Arena.
As you do that, Perrin, you're watching this, and Gatton, you're looking out for this. The inner center goes down like another quarter inch.
Yes. Hey, I look over at Arena. Hey, can you get that nice looking female boar in the middle of the circle? Can you move the boar?
I could try.
So
maybe all
Arena
three
doesn't know
boys
how
in the
this
center
works.
Causes it to.
But basically, when she does it, the other one just disappears, and then the new one spawns. But she doesn't know, so I think like this is kind of cool that she's like playing with the stuff.
Yep.
So she recreates the illusion, probably in the middle somewhere. So like here, wherever you want.
Gatton, it might be a good idea to step back out before those two step in.
Yeah. I'm gonna. You tell me how long my stealth lasts. But if it seems like they're coming this way, I do ease out of it.
You can ease out provided they don't move there yet. So as soon as they move,
Right.
it'll be a different situation.
Got it. Well, then I try and get out of the way. Especially when I see the girl pig appear, I'm all like, that is my cue to exit.
Okay. Girl pig appears. That pig next to it has already passed, and so we'll have advantage on this one because it's already like what's going on.
Yeah, makes sense.
But it's already in the center.
It is already in the center.
Also,
Oh,
now
six.
now that I've made it back to the group, I show the figurines to the two of them in case there's something to, know about them or something.
6 minus 2 and a 6, right? Ooh, yeah, lady pig
As well as
time.
pigs move
Hey.
together, all of them like jockeying for position to be next to the female pig, pushing against each other. The entire center platform goes, and the door on the right. If I can do the thing
Without the gold key?
without the gold key opens.
Yeah, I'm like, we probably would have to slay the beast for the gold key. I, for my part, am happy to leave.
How far down did the platform drop?
3/4 of an inch. It looks like it
okay,
goes a
so it's
quarter
not
inch
like they're in
down
a
for
pit
each.
now. It's just that it's a pressure plate that they've activated.
It's a pressure plate. It goes down a quarter inch for each boar on it. It seems.
That's awesome.
Also, a Gatton made it go down a quarter of an inch.
Ooh, I wonder if we get on it, like metagame. Obviously, we're not probably gonna do it. We're probably gonna leave. But I wonder if we all got on the platform, the other door would open.
You can see the boars are like pushing against each other, trying to fight to get next to the sow.
Right.
And one of them like is gonna start pushing forwards.
If we're gonna go, we need
Yeah,
to
we
move
should
now
go.
because once
Yeah.
they move
Yeah.
out,
They might
Yep.
start fighting each other.
Yep.
I agree with Gatton. We should go.
if
Yep.
you move, that the illusion's still gonna stay, right?
For a
Or
bit.
does that break your concentration? Or is that not a
She
concentration?
I can
she
move.
should be able to
I
move.
can move.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't know, but
what-
she's
what's
like
your spell
in
save
character.
DC,
She
Maggie?
doesn't know, but out of character, yeah, I can totally move.
What's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is, I believe, or 13. Sorry.
13. Okay. So one of them pushes forwards, and half goes through the illusion. It's like, what do you do?
We're
scoop
leaving.
her
We
up and
already-
run.
I
Yeah,
think
we're
we all
leaving.
agreed
Yeah.
we're leaving,
You run.
right?
Yeah,
I'm going
going.
last, though.
It was the gold door that opened, right? Or was it the other one?
No,
The other door.
one.
The other
Oh,
one.
right. So we didn't. Okay.
So you all run through that door, and the
Mhm.
boar behind you charges forwards, and as soon as it leaves the pressure plate, the doors go, and then you hear a bang. The entire door vibrates slightly.
Ooh. My connection
You are in the next room.
to the...
Excellent
Yeah,
thinking.
it's all a little bit ropey right
Just
now.
so you
Roll
all
20.
know.
Yeah. But you are in the next room.
Hello.
If we had weighed the door down, we wouldn't have been able to go through it. We would have to weigh it down with them, presumably alive or dead.
Interesting. Very good thinking, Arena.
I don't know. I just.
Although,
tried.
do I still have? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
She just said, I don't know, I just tried. Oh yeah, does he still have the
Do I
the
still
little
have
figurines?
You
the
do.
figurines?
Can I look at the craftsmanship of these figurines as someone who...
You may do. Make
Tinkers?
a. I would say it would be a plain intelligence check. If you do you have carpenter proficiency?
No.
Okay, it would just be a plain intelligence
I
check
have
for you.
jewels, tinker, and thieves. Tools. And Thimba.
No,
Like
these
I'm
would
made
just
out
be-
of wood.
it'd just be an int check. Yeah.
Just a straight intelligence check?
Yeah.
Okay. 18!
18.
Not bad.
They seem
Hey.
very finely carved figurines. You would guess, at a look, there's nothing that seems to indicate they're magical, but you wouldn't be sure of that until you did like a long check or something. But there seems to be no runes or anything that are obvious. They're probably worth about 5 gold pieces each.
Can I do an
If you sold
arcana
them.
check?
You may do, but you do want to look at the room first, because right now you're like, oh, interesting.
I'm looking around at the room.
I feel like they're looking at the room and I'm looking at the little figurines.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll describe the room then, because you took a few seconds to do that, and then we'll get to the
16.
arcana. The room seems to be about 60 foot by 60 foot. Seems to be very tall. It goes up at least 200 foot. It starts to get dark up there, so you can't be quite certain. In the center is a low bench around a fountain, which slowly overflows of water around the edges until it falls into a small great circle around the edge of it between the bench and the actual fountain itself. And the water is continually overflowing each level of the fountain. Around the edge is another bench, which goes continually around the edge of the entire area. And there seems to be nothing inside here at all other than that.
Do I recognize what this room looks like?
Yeah, it seems to fit the description of a tranquil hall.
Like, right, we made it. This is the halfway point. Unless this is a trick, which is possible because it's the Traveler, this is the room to rest in.
You would know that the books and all the lore on the towers say that the tranquil hall is well marked and is never a trick, because that would kind of defeat the
Okay.
purpose.
Even with the Traveler. Okay, it's like,
Even with
no,
the Traveler.
this fits the description to a T. We're safe here.
Oh, that's
Um,
good.
As you look at the figurines, there doesn't appear to be anything magical about them at first glance. It's possible that they could still be, but there doesn't seem to be anything magical.
Doesn't seem like these are very magical. They're really
We have
nice.
something
though.
that. Didn't you get? We have one other item that we still have to.
You have
Didn't we
4
get a
rings.
gold? The 4 rings we have to.
I put these
go
just in my chest compartment, not next to Petro.
The other one.
Yeah, exactly. Literally in my hard box. Yep.
Okay. Note down on your character sheet that you have 2 figurines worth 10 gold pieces each.
All right. I have to figure out how to do that. Okay. And then
Center at the
proceed to
bottom, there's
rest.
a little plus, and you can do that. Yeah. If you want to rest, you may do so.
I
You
go
can
take a
short rest,
seat. I go take a seat at the bench around the fountain.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Like
go.
we have a little
seems
bit,
crystal
we have a little over an hour here to rest. We have to be out before that time is up, so try and keep a vague idea of time. We'll get a tower
Oh, sorry,
blast by
5
next
gold
time.
each. Did I say 5 gold each? I thought I said 5 gold
You
each.
did.
I
Sorry.
think
Yeah,
you
you
said
did.
10.
I said 10 the second time because I was thinking the total.
What? I thought it was total of 10. No, that's
Total of
I
10,
took
yeah.
it as
5 gold each.
took it
total
as
10,
2 figurines, total of 10. How do I take a short rest on Roll20?
You merely just, if you want to roll hit dice, you can use the hit die button.
Definitely do.
Yep.
Maggie regains 6 HP.
I'm already at max, so that works out.
In which case, your stone's endurance resets.
Awesome. I do have something else that's draining my strength. Is that something that stays?
That disappears on a short rest, so that's completely gone. You can up your strength again 1 point.
What about my exhaustion?
Exhaustion only goes a long rest, so you still got that.
Also, I'm not seeing where to roll my hit dice.
Oh, so it says hit dice below your hit dice, which is in the middle of the sheet.
I
below
see my
points.
hit points. There it is down there.
Yeah,
There it is.
yeah.
Sorry. You're blind.
You heal 8.
Hey. Bang
And
initiating full power.
when Perrin tells us about the time thing, I think Arena's like,
I could make us a alarm so that we can make sure that we leave at the right time.
Yeah, all right, do that.
Okay.
There is an item that we'll need to buy at some point when we can, though I'm not sure it's even something Blavin would bother to sell. It's called a tower glass. It's an hourglass, but it measures precisely the time you would have safe in here.
Ooh.
But maybe I
That
can
seems
just...
oddly specific.
Why would we spend
It's
money on that
important.
when I can just make it?
You wouldn't have any way to calibrate it inside, but you could make it it'll be an hour, give or take like 10 minutes or so. You'd be fine. You'd know that you would be able to like leave in time, but you wouldn't be able to get it perfect without calibrating it.
okay, can I make a little timer?
Yeah, you totally can, using your gnomish tinkering ability.
Is that int based or dex?
I don't even think you have to check for it, do you? Do you want to print the ability in chat?
The magical tinkering?
Yeah, magical tinkering. I think you can just make
Oops, sorry. I
a...
pasted it twice.
First level, you can invent a smart magic into mundane object. To use this ability, whenever it's tapped by creature, continue to emit sound. That one's a set ability. It's your forest gnome one. You can make an item with, right? Or am I thinking of like? The
I
rock
was
gnome
just
one or
wondering
something?
if I could use my tinkering tools to make something, but I don't know.
You could, but it would take you time. So probably wouldn't be able to do it in the short rest because it would mean that you'd have to be actively doing something, which defeats the short rest. But you could probably easily kind of keep track of it using a very crude item. It wouldn't be like a proper alarm, but you could totally do that.
What do I?
Yeah, I don't think I get anything else.
Okay. I must be thinking the rock gnome that has.
I think you're thinking of the rock gnome.
Yeah, they do have a thing for that.
Yeah, I'm a forest gnome, so I can speak with little small beasts.
Yeah. Anyone want to do anything else of the short rest? Did you want to have a look at the rings?
Yes, I think
Yeah,
someone.
I'll have a look. If...
Someone's gonna put them on.
Perrin's preference is to just examine them in detail. For a
Yeah.
while. Maybe put them on at the end if he hasn't worked it out.
All right, make an Arcana roll.
Oh boy.
Not amazing at this, but
I can help you with that
worth a
kind
shot.
of 'cause
Natural 20.
21.
Never mind.
I have a plus
I'm great at
5 to
this.
this.
Amazing.
I have a plus 5 to this, and I rolled a
Oh
13.
man, you are rolling below average so much today so far. Oh god. Arena is busy trying to figure out how she would make a tower glass without having to pay for one. She's coming up with a little schematic. She's like, I need an alarm clock, but I don't have the stuff in here, and it will take me some time. So she's busy like designing this like little hourglass thing, and she does have a look at the rings, but she doesn't discern much more than she's already gone over when you initially looked at them, which is there is a health rune and a communication rune. Perrin, however, these are rings that have a few different effects combined into one major effect. They tell what your health is. They can then communicate with all the other rings, and then they telepathically tell you how much health each person in the group has, and if they fall unconscious or if they are full health, etc., you know how they're doing. So mechanically, while wearing this ring, you know the hit point number of everyone else wearing a ring.
That's very useful because otherwise there's no way to know without being meta. So
yeah, it's my excuse for like, hey guys, do you want to just avoid the meta of the important fact of like, hey, I've got 10 HP, heal me. So you know the hit point maximum and the hit point total of everyone.
That is a
rune
very
on them,
nice.
There's a little like blue gem in the top that goes red when they hit 0.
Presumably
handy
it's
for
not
me.
like a number we can now know, but like we have an idea that
You have an idea
can
of like
quantify.
the percentage vaguely. Like you would be like, oh, they're at like 10% health or whatever. Vaguely, it's not an exact percentage, but roughly roughly how they're doing in terms of like, are they really low? Are they really high? So meta-wise, you are totally valid in like saying, hey, I've got 10 HP because the ring is roughly telling you, hey, I'm at roughly this much.
Yeah, once I've examined this, I'm like, yeah, this doesn't seem like a trick.
What do you mean?
They are health signet rings. I will push them to you now.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll put one on.
Perhaps there's some sort of trickery going on that I've missed, but as far as I can tell, this is just a genuinely helpful item.
They are fine silver rings with an inset blue stone in the top. Each one has a little bit of embossing just below the stone on each side, but other than that, there's just a few runes on the inside of the band, which are invisible when you put it on. So they're pretty plain.
I'll put the ring on and then brace myself anyway.
Same.
Okay. As you put the ring on, the stone goes translucent and then back to blue. Nothing happens. And then as soon as Bone puts a ring on, both you become instantly aware that someone else has a ring on and they are pretty healthy.
Oh my gosh! If you feel I sense your vitality. Amazing.
Oh, I want to try.
There's just kind of there's a
put the
sense
other one
of
on.
health.
Yeah.
Instantly, you vaguely are aware of two other people connected to you,
Oh!
and both of them are at full health.
My mind is blown right now.
You do know that the rings will fail when they're 100 feet away from each other. The connection isn't a strong thing. They're common items. So
I was already wondering how you could exploit this for long-range instantaneous communication. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If they go beyond 100 feet of the other ones, then the rune merely goes red and it registers 0 HP.
I just you're like, okay, he's fine. He's not fine.
Yeah.
They're dead. They're all dead.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, never mind.
Just
I
merely
do.
walked away to take a piss. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I put it on as well, and just take I activate sentry mode for like 10 minutes. I'm all like activating sentry mode for internal repairs and recalibration. And I guess since I get my hit dice back, it literally looks like some of the dents are like.
Yeah, like the wood starts like pushing back out. Some of the bits that are splintered actually start to reform. You see the fibers knitting together. Arena, you were injured as well, right? You got hit by,
Yeah,
was it
healed up,
falling
yeah.
damage? Yeah. So you like see the bruises on your arm. You see them slowly start to disappear.
I only
You're
had
healing very fast.
I was only down 2 HP by the time we got into this.
Yeah.
room.
So like it's just a couple of like purpling bruises that just quickly sort of go to yellow, like they're going very fast. And your short rest is good. Anyone else want to do
I eat a
anything?
muffin and snuggle in with Gotten while I'm taking a nap.
I would just say my short rest is very much like almost meditating, thinking about my poor performances in battle. So I'm a little upset about that.
After we sit here for a second, I'm like, Perrin, does this mean we have the opportunity to depart the tower or to proceed deeper in?
I look up from the notes I'm writing in the margins of my tower book. I'm like, yes, we can choose to leave now if we feel we're not ready.
There are
I think
3
we'll
doors.
be able to handle the 3 doors.
One you came through.
Oh, right.
The one that seems to be a similar design, and then there's a much bigger black, sort of almost bronze, but without the coloration, black door with 2 huge knockers, and it.
All right, I like this door. I go like, hey, door, how you do? Yes.
We already saw junk today, so we might as well.
Yep.
Hey, I had a valid
big
reason
drunk.
for asking
Yeah,
about the
that was
Dingley
great.
bits.
No, that was great. That was very smart.
Yeah.
It looks very much like the door that used to enter the tower.
So that's that exit.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, I, for my part, would like to continue through and see this task completed.
I'm good to keep going.
I'm good to go. I look at my ring. I'm like, I think we're all feeling pretty good as far as I can tell. Like, yeah.
Rena, are you prepared to plunge deeper into this tower?
I'm curious. I want to know what else is in here. I feel like we need to go.
Come out of
we made it. We fared well in the first 3 rooms. We've managed to avoid the combat in the combat room. I don't think we're gonna get a better run really of the first half of the floor.
And we still have a healing potion if we need it.
You said the floor of this tower should have 3 to 5 rooms, and we have traversed 3 already.
Yeah, no, it's like there's probably 2 or 3 remaining.
I say we go for it. Do it.
I would like to inspect the huge knockers.
Make an investigation roll.
All my training has led to this, internet.
What size did you say they were?
Well, we know that
they're
one is the door to out to
They're
leave.
huge knockers.
Are they supported by anything, or are they just kind of out, like for the world to see?
They're supported by like
The
a wire
wiring.
framework.
I just look at them and I'm just like, always release the knockers. And then turn in if I'm sure that's the way out. It's a classy operation we're running here, folks.
They're like half circles, so they've got like a bar and then they've got like a half circle underneath. So they look like upturned Ds. So you look at the double D knockers. You did this.
You did this. You
started it.
You invaded Poland.
Okay, yes.
If you
It's
lift
canon
them
now,
up,
the
they look a
Traveler
little
just
bit
makes
more
lewd
perky.
jokes.
Is that?
Yeah, if you tickle the knocker, it stands up a little bit.
I think that left one is just a little bit bigger than the right one. It seems like that one is just a touch bigger. I don't.
It must be cold
so
in
well.
here. And then I turn and
Just red frost on them.
yes, towards the other door.
Okay.
We were doing so well.
Sorry,
Please
everybody.
clip that. Thank you.
I am not sorry. You knew what this was.
Yeah, okay. You go to the next door. Do you want to open it?
You guys ready? Everybody ready over here?
If we're close to the end of the time, writing a bunch of notes about the rooms we've encountered so far in case I forget.
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
Which I realize there's probably lots of documentation on the first halves of floors and then way less on the second halves because people write their notes about the first in the break and then they...
I like to imagine
Why
parents' notes are like this nice, like, logical written notes, and then Arena's notes are drawings with like more mechanical drawing, blueprint style.
I imagine you inspected all the items in the first gold room, right? So you vaguely were trying to figure out what you did.
We did look at
Yeah,
them.
so I imagine Arena's like, I might forget the other 2 items and we might not get them. So I'm going to make notes of the runes and stuff in case I can make these items later.
Yeah, true.
So, do you want to enter the next room?
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yes, we
What
do.
is your marching order? Because you're all entering roughly the
I'll
same
go
time.
last or second to last.
Okay.
Towards
Yeah, I'll
the
go-
end.
I
don't mind
somewhere
going in
close to the
first.
front.
I'm squishy.
Yeah.
I'll take
I'll
second.
go last. I'll go last.
Okay. So it's vaguely Perrin and Gatton, followed by Arena and Axel. Okay. So you push open the door and enter into the next room.
Oh boy.
Oh
Whoa,
my
whoa,
god,
whoa.
what is that thing?
I had some fun in Photoshop. The room is about 50 foot by 50 foot, with a gold door to the left and a normal door to the right. No color on it. In the center is a 15-foot radius roulette wheel that is constantly spinning around. Each section is alternately red and black. Each one has a number and a symbol on it. They don't really have a number, but the number is for the purposes of me checking my table. Around the edge
Seeing
of the
this,
room,
I'm like, oh no, this could be a look room.
around the edge of the room are 8 large stone balls with arcane runes on them. On the opposite wall is a large, low metal plinth table of some kind. The floor is cambered at about a 10-degree angle towards the actual roulette wheel itself.
What was the thing opposite us again?
It seems to be a metal plinth, like a table of some kind. Seems to be empty from what you can see, at least initially.
Is it going too fast where I cannot note on what the images are in the roulette wheel?
You can choose to try and make a perception check to get more
Absolutely.
information. Otherwise, you can look at the image and try and discern from that.
I would perception, the wheel, the room, just take it all in.
Okay, perception general, perception for the wheel.
22. There we go.
Okay.
You are a thinking man's warrior.
Yeah. Who
Okay.
can't punch?
Ooh,
The room seems to be as I described it, unfortunately.
natural one from Gatton.
Axel, with a 22, you note that there are 12 different sections. Each one is alternately red and black. There is a big stylized icon on each. One that seems to be a snowflake, an arrow that seems to be going backwards compared to the spin, fire, coins, a sword, a key, an arrow that seems to go forwards compared to the spin, a person, a skull, one that seems to depict a large gem, one that seems to depict crossed swords,
Oh boy.
and one that seems to depict a more embellished, stylized key of some kind.
I say, I relay that to the rest of the party, and as I have been a traveling man, I've spent many times in cities, and as a living on the street, I know gambling. So I say, this seems to be where we have to throw a boulder onto this platform. I don't think there's any way around it unless we want to investigate a little more on if there's a way to beat the system, but I probably don't recommend that based off of what we've been discussing about the tower and how things need to be fair. What's great is gambling is very much fair, which I'm very much into, so I say we roll some boulders.
All right, first let's make sure we're aware of everything in the room, and I want to go around and check the plinth at the back.
Okay. How would you check it?
And investigate.
I'll go with you and investigate.
And yeah, I carefully walk around the spinny wheel, and also make sure not to knock any of the boulders.
Okay. It does seem to be spinning very fast. So as you walk around, absolutely fine.
It's like, don't stand on it fast, probably. I told
I
it to
rolled a
roll, but there it
14.
is. 21.
Dang, Perrin is on a
Hey,
roll today.
Both of you,
All right.
however, beat the DC. You look at it. It seems to be a metal plinth attached to the ground. There is some stylized writing around the edge. And it is in Undercommon. Anyone speak Undercommon out of you two?
No, I don't think I do, actually.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Okay. You
Should've
do
been
know with
deep
that
gnome. No.
good investigation that it does seem to repeat the same phrase over and over and over again because the runes are the same.
I don't know how to read this.
So I just call back, like, anybody know what Undercommon it is?
I say, I don't even know what that is.
Well,
Roughly
I guess
how-
we'll have to hope.
I have heard.
Roughly
of
how
some
big are the...
Go ahead.
No, please go ahead.
I have heard of some gnomes that speak that, but I do not know it myself.
Roughly how big are these boulders?
Pretty big. You think each one of them probably weighs somewhere between 50 to 100 kilos. Like, they're big.
There's some big
Oh, so
balls.
it's not some big balls.
Are they in pairs or are they singular? Well, I gotta be both sides.
They do kind of look to be
Each roll
paired.
has a
it's
pair
true.
of balls.
Yes. Perhaps we should have taken our chances with the knockers. I try. I go over to one of the boulders, see if I can move it, if I can roll it, pick it up, anything.
You would
Tickle-
be able
tickle it a little
to
bit.
shift it a little bit. Make me an athletics roll. Disadvantage because of your exhaustion.
I see him do that, and I'm like, I'm gonna pick up a boulder too. What is this? You're not the only one picking up heavy
Make
stuff.
an athletics roll.
Oh, I'm gonna, and it's gonna be glorious.
Oh no!
Do not judge me. I am very tired.
You just go to the boulder and you
Got a
and you
4,
begin to
a nat
shift
1,
it,
4,
but
and
as
a
you get it
14.
towards the edge, it sort of slips a little bit in your hand and rolls, hits the ground. There's a bang, and it begins to just shift slightly down the camber of the room and starts to roll towards the roulette wheel. Bone, you manage to pick it
I
up,
rolled a
but you
14.
can't really. It's very, very heavy. You've almost got it, but it's starting to slip, and you manage to just about hold on to it, but you don't think you'd be able to aim with any accuracy. However, the one that Gatton picked up is starting to roll towards the wheel.
I do say, I believe I have unintentionally rolled on the wheel.
Can I drop my boulder and try to stop the other one from going
Sure.
into...
Make me a athletics roll to stop his boulder.
Please,
I think as
please
this is
grab my
happening,
loose ball.
As this is happening, I'm looking at the plinth like, I think this might be where things appear that we roll on. Okay, get back!
10 is enough that you manage to drop your boulder and stop his, but then your boulder starts to roll
No!
down.
And
I try. Oh, go ahead.
and when you say that, parent, I'm like, yes, and I think that we need to. And I turn around and I'm like, roll on the keys. And I just see the ball going down.
At
Which
that
is like
point,
bone.
hits the roulette wheel as Bone looks over at the ball that he left, going. Starts to rotate round very quickly, bouncing around the wheel. Bone, roll me a d12.
Roll you a D12.
This was
Oh
unaimed,
my
so it's completely
gosh.
random.
Roll.
Aaron and Arena have
Where on the
Backed
roll
away
20
from the
is it
plinth.
just a D12?
Okay, so put in chat, put /R space d12.
There is in the bar on the left a dice symbol. When you mouse over that, it gives you options for rolling some dice.
6. Huh.
There.
Okay. There is a metallic clink of something metal falling onto something else that's metal. Perrin and Arena, since you were over in that direction, you notice that clink, a small key has appeared.
Hey!
Oh,
Oh,
I
nicely
meant to
done.
do that!
We hold up the key.
I go take a look at the key and look at the two doors. Which one does it look like it matches?
It's a plain key.
Well played.
Well, that was easy.
And try and very carefully replace the boulder that I had dislodged. That he's together. Put it back.
If you
Can
want to do it
we-
together,
Should we open one of the
Yeah.
doors?
Can
Yeah.
we...
We should try.
Yeah, we should beat feet. Yeah, let's go.
you can
Yeah,
just
we
open
have-
the door.
I'm like-
there is nothing that forces you. Normally, nothing that forces you through into a new room. So you can always open the room, have a look, make a decision. If you want to replace that boulder, that will be an athletics check. I would suggest you get Bone to make it, and you can make it with advantage because you're being helped.
But to say, yeah, Bone,
Yeah.
athletics with advantage.
Does Bone go up on the list because he can lift boulders?
22!
Yes.
Especially
Yeah,
with Gatton's help. Like, you're straining, you can barely pick it up. With Gatton's help, you manage to just about both boulder back in.
I just say you are both lucky as well as strong. These are very favorable traits. You have risen significantly on the list. And then I just stop for a second and I say, were you a more capable warrior, I believe you might perhaps be at the top by now.
I just clench my teeth in my fist. I'm just... And to myself, just...
It's inner peace. I'm a monk. It's fine.
One with
I
the force,
breathe.
the force is one with me. Yes. And then actually, I don't even know that you have the key. So I just sort of I'm like, Arena Bone has realized that you can roll one of these boulders onto this wheel to play a game of chance of some sort. What came down after his roll?
A key. I think we won.
I hold out the key.
All right.
Look at Bone.
There's
so,
more
like,
stuff. I mean...
We could keep rolling to see if we can get some rewards, but it's probably not worth it. I try and take a look at the symbols, and I'm like, okay, I see an ice one, that seems bad. I see a skull and crossbones, that seems bad. Cross swords, bad. Arrow, probably not bad. Other key, good. Gem, good. It's like 50-50. I don't know.
I do not like those odds.
We can at least just see what the key does first.
Coin flip seems very fair to me. I mean,
Go
that
for it.
seems
It
like a
looks
very
like-
fair contest.
I
Yeah,
offer the
it looks
key
like that.
to Gatton or Perrin to open the door because I am not going into doors first.
It's. I pointed Bone. I'm like, you won the key. You choose the door.
Oh, nice.
I'll go to
Pick
the
a door,
door,
any door.
the one to the left on the map.
Okay.
The
The
west.
door on the left is this big gold-rimmed door, and as you walk towards it, you look at the key. You could try.
I'll give it a try. Did you need something?
I hand over the key and I'm like, I don't think that's the one, but it's worth a try.
No, the plain metal key in the lock just click, 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 doesn't seem to turn.
Yeah,
And I said, this isn't the key. This isn't the right key. So then I go to the other door and try it.
Click. Key disappears into dust, which blows away. But the door opens. Inside, you notice a room that's about 30 foot long by 20 foot wide, so it's a pretty small room. In the center is a small workbench cluttered with tools and pieces of half-finished projects. Around the side are shelves upon shelves of dolls. All of them mismatched parts, little glass eyes, ragged
Creepy.
hair. Some are missing eyes, others have cracks in them. Many wearing beaded necklaces and ragged, rough clothes. In the center on the workbench is a single doll and a disassembled music box with gleaming silver cogs. Each one is marked with geometric shapes and musical notation.
Burn this room to the ground.
Oh, this is like a horror film just waiting to happen.
Like, do this.
It's just like the door opens. Look, the door closes.
Guys, you know what? We should roll more on the wheel.
Well, I was thinking, if we go through these doors, can we shut them behind us?
You could try.
I think they shut themselves.
Would I know from like previous knowledge of?
Make a history check.
Okay. $14.
Yeah, you can shut the doors behind you.
So I say, it might. I may regret suggesting this, but we could roll on the wheel again, and if we get something bad, simply step through the doors and shut them behind us.
I like
I
that.
do not think the traveler would let us do something so simple.
They might
believe
be
them.
opposed to that kind of plan.
You would know that the doors don't normally lock, but it depends on the door.
We can
But it
always
also
go,
means that it depends if something can open a door.
we can always go back if we want, right?
Go back.
Like if we go to the doll room and then circle back to the wheel room.
Perhaps.
I
The
will-
doors might lock behind us, depending. If they don't, then we could presumably come back in and try something. If we've done well in this room, we can see that the exit is next.
Are there any other doors off of the doll room?
You can see one door at the end, but it does look... Make me a perception check.
Is this still a disadvantage?
Yes, sadly.
If it's
I
a
don't even
colored
remember.
door,
I don't remember what I did to get so tired.
I want to.
You took an extra level of exhaustion because you drank some wine.
Oh yes. It was solving that. Well, this
You brute forced the puzzle.
it's true. But hey,
I
we
love
made
that
it through.
solution.
So
Yeah,
if it
Yes.
works, it works.
legit.
Mhm.
7. Actually, sorry, it'd be perception check from here because you're not really investigating
Oh.
so much as just trying to see the door. You're
good.
not
I'm much
stepping
better
through.
at perception. Yay.
Nice.
14. Yeah, the door actually does look slightly different. There doesn't seem to be a key. Doesn't seem to be a lock. But there does seem to be a kind of different tint to it. It's blacker. The carvings on it are minimal at best. You would guess that possibly that's actually the exit door.
But it is decidedly lacking in knockers.
There are definitely two knockers.
They're just smaller
I'm like-
knockers.
That's not. But they're still valid. They're still valid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's yeah. I mean, past a certain point, it's a waste anyway. I do point out to them that I'm like, I believe there is the exit.
I did want to note that after kind of looking in that room as well, and I see like what you said, there was a music box of some kind, or
a little music box seems to
A
be taken
doll
apart with
music
gleaming.
Yeah.
And there's a
And I
doll
s-
next to it, and then there's just row upon row upon row of dolls all across the sides on tiered shelving.
And I say, I could probably, that music box, if it's busted, I could probably fix that. And Arena, do you think you can?
I haven't said anything because this is like Arena's jam. She loves like building and putting things together. So she's like, I'm gonna sneak over, and she's already gonna be there by the time you guys are all having a conversation. She's just over there.
She heads through the door.
No, to the music box.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
you're in the other room already.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh
Just
yeah,
so you know,
enter the room.
Okay, just so you know, if you wanted to do anything with the music box, both Tinker's tools would fix a music box, and also your musical instrument fixing would fix a music box. It falls into both categories.
Okay.
Cool.
So Arena goes in first, Gatton quickly follows. Arena, you get up to the music box.
In an airplane attacks, like we're like in this World War II, the Zeros come by.
Noise?
I knew this room was not good.
Sorry.
As soon as you get close, the doll head tilts up, looks at you.
I said I was
One of the
stealthing
eyes
in,
rotates.
but yeah.
I know, but unfortunately, this is the thing. It looks at you, and I need you to make me.
I need you to know that I will rage and destroy every doll in this room.
I just didn't know if I get to roll a stealth or what.
No, not for this one. I mean, you could, but it wouldn't do anything, I'm afraid.
We don't know what this room is. Maybe it is just a combat room.
Wisdom saving throw, please. As a gnome,
It is
I think
like-
you have advantage because it is magical.
It is.
It is like the perfect arena trap here, though. You're all like, here's dolls and broken musical instruments that are all like technological and filled with cogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like with a box with a stick, you know?
And she 12. I don't know if that saves.
Ooh. Let me check.
12 is pretty good, but it's on the edge of like
actually
I don't
not
know
pretty
what level
good.
this-
Actually, 12's pretty low. Even your save is 13.
Yeah, that's
spell
what I'm
save
saying. I
DC.
don't know what.
Just too low. So, Arena, as you walk up and the doll looks up at you, you just hear a giggling in your head.
Oh no.
It casts Dominate Person on you. You have to fight your friends.
Yay.
Everyone roll initiative.
Oh my
no.
god, what?
Are you moving us to a different page? room?
Yes, I will do
Okay.
so.
Don't roll your initiative yet then. You have to grab your
Grab your token and roll initiative.
This could
said
be worse
don't
though.
do it.
Like if
I
this were to
pressed it right.
I
Sorry.
know, I'm just messing with you.
I mean, I love you dearly, but this could be much worse if someone else were to get dominated.
Yeah,
Okay.
Both you two are outside the room technically at the moment because you're in the other
You could
room.
probably just pick me up and I'll just be like kicking.
All right, sorry, I'm
she's
trying to
probably
get to
the
my.
least bad person to get affected.
Sorry, it's like I said, it's tough for me to interact with the map and my sheet.
I can roll initiative for you
apologize.
if you want.
I've almost got it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Oh no.
Oh, I don't want to hurt her. That's why.
Yeah,
okay.
that's why.
So
Yeah.
Perrin and Bone are both about 10 foot out of the room. Arena, you turn around. Gatton's about 10 foot behind you. And all you know is that you are being dominated and that you need to attack your friends. Technically, I can control your actions as best I can, but it's more fun if you attack your friends to the best of your ability. Pull no punches. Use everything you have. Go
Okay.
for it.
Does it say anything to me other than giggling?
Yeah, there's a giggling sound of kill your friends.
Okay.
And you just hear incessant giggling from that point on.
We don't hear that though, right? Only she hears it.
Yeah, only her.
Awesome. I think Arena turns around and she starts giggling too, and she's like, and she's going to boomerang you in the face again.
When you turn around giggling, I'm like, yes, this very much seems like something you'd be excited about. This room makes me very uncomfortable.
I don't know if I hit you actually with a 13.
What's your AC again? It is 14?
Yeah.
As she throws the boomerang, and you say, this is something you definitely would be excited about. You just move your head to the side, and it just narrowly misses you. You move your head back, it goes past the other way, and she catches it again.
Honestly, I would turn around and see if she was throwing it at something behind me, like it's a trap. I'm all like,
Yes.
Nope, definitely not throwing it at anyone else.
That's why you got a That's why you got a 2 for your initiative.
yeah, I'm like,
just like temporarily just taking time out to be like, nope. Axel, you're up. You're at 10 foot out the room at the moment.
Okay.
All right. Would I know that she is in murder, death, kill mode right now?
No. She seems to be acting a bit odd initially, but you're out of the room. You don't have a very good line of sight. You can hear some giggling from Arena. Make a perception roll if you want to see if you caught what happened.
the perception or insight?
Insight. Actually, a good call. Insight. Make an insight roll.
I like that. That's good because that's wisdom. I like that.
Yeah.
Let's say the DC is effectively the spell save.
18.
Yeah, most definitely. You kind of caught the fact that she's acting a bit odd and that the doll behind her peeks its head around, watching what's happening. She's definitely being controlled by the doll.
All right. So I'm going to do two things. The first thing I'm going to do is try to grapple Arena. And then I'm going to yell out, activate destroy kill mode to Gatton.
Okay, so you want to grapple Arena.
Yes.
Okay, yep, you can totally get in there with your
To
movements.
just try to stop her from doing, like, just stop attacking or doing whatever you are possessed.
Okay, make a athletics roll. Arena, I'm guessing your acrobatics is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Athletics versus acrobatics then.
18.
Oh no.
Yeah, Bone goes in and tries to grapple her, but she sort of runs between his legs, effortlessly out-dodging him. I'm
She
so
giggles
sorry.
when she runs like underneath your legs. I love it.
It's like you do like the Hoth, like Walker type thing. It's just like, it's like,
It's like a gag. If I'm doing a thing, it just doesn't work. But if I'm supporting
Oh, man,
other
I'm so
people,
sorry.
it's perfect. Man!
Hey, you got super lucky on the roulette wheel. You got
That's
super
true.
lucky on the roulette
Yeah,
wheel.
no.
You
Very
literally
true.
got the key.
There weren't boulders for everything on that wheel, so it's good that we just got that out of the way quickly.
Okay, the doll runs towards the edge and climbs up some of the shelves, and then is going to try and stealth. Yeah. The doll disappears into the dolls on the shelving. You can no longer see it.
God. Oh no!
That brings us to Perrin.
Okay, like, could I just use my sword to bring down the shelf that the doll is stealthed on, or is it like a whole set of them?
There's shelving along the entire side. It's 3-tiered shelving across the entire width, so it's about 30 foot long, and it's about 3 deep doll on each shelf.
Okay, I'm guessing because there's billions of dolls and one demon one that we just need to find that doll, and there's not much else involved in this puzzle. So Perrin is just gonna, I think, like, just to get the best vantage point possible, gonna jump upon the table and just start scanning around the room with a javelin.
Okay, you run to the table. Difficult terrain, so W move to get on the table. That's fine. Make a perception roll. That'll be your action.
I'm not actually great at this, so maybe it shouldn't be me doing this, but everyone else is busy, so
16. I'm afraid as you look around, you notice tiers and tiers of dolls. There must be hundreds of dolls in this room, all of them looking at you with their creepy eyes. You can't spot which doll it is. They all look the same. That's your go. Unless you've got anything you want to do bonus action.
I don't think so. I don't have a cloak to billow. There's nothing good I can do
Sorry.
with my bonus action.
I don't even. I'm even no mood to have a billowing cloak. Ugh.
At the end of your go, I'm going to take a legendary action.
Uh-oh.
And the... you know what? No, I won't. I'm going to pass.
That's
Well, now we know
that
that's
kinda
a thing
doll.
that can happen.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
all right. Doll layer actions.
Gatton, you're up.
I feel like by now I've put together that something's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm like, I will attempt to force a reaction. I go for the music box.
Okay, yeah. You move up near the music box.
I just just try and pick it up. I realize I can't like fix it or anything, but I'm thinking either I might get Arena's attention or it, you know. So I just like actually, well, I do at least try and inspect it. I mean, I guess theoretically I have a 1 in 20 chance for knowing something, but I do just like pick it up. Then,
sure. Free action to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to investigate it?
Yeah. See if I can get it playing.
Okay. If you want to make it try and play, that will be a tinkerer check or a music instrument repair check, both of which are intelligence. So intelligence is advantage.
But I have neither of those things. So, but I'm not overtly just going, I'm not overtly just gonna smash it though. I'm just gonna like, you know.
I would say, don't smash it. I could fix it.
I mean, you could fix it if I smash it. Yep.
It looks like a music box, but it's taken apart. There's definitely parts of it on the like table itself. Perrin's actually standing on some tinkering tools of some kind. There's also musical instrument tools laying around.
I don't put it down though. I'm hoping maybe I can force this thing to come out because like it sees I have it. So
okay. At the end of your go then.
Mm-hmm. Can I just take a bonus action?
Sure. Oh, if you've got bonus action on range.
Yeah, I'm all like one way or another, we're almost done here. So I'd like pick it up, I'd look at Arena, I'd look at it, just red eyes.
Very angry music box.
Yeah! Let's go!
Activating combat protocols.
Okay. At the end of your go, it's going to use a legendary action to do doll grapple. Any number of characters within 5 foot of the doll shelves are grappled by hordes of dolls. Any character affected must resist a grapple. Okay, that is just Gatton. So Gatton, as you stand there with the music box, hordes of dolls all clambering up each other to make this huge little pile of dolls grab you and start to pull you back against the shelving. You may make a athletics or acrobatics check at disadvantage.
It's like the microbots from Big Hero 6. They're just like swarming to one monster. Come on.
Oh. 9.
Printed correctly.
Rage does not give me athletics benefit, right? It's just
it's a
I do have advantage. Well, so it should be a straight roll. So it should be my 21.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's fine. I got a 6. The dolls start like clawing at you, but you're just like shrug them off as you don't even need the enhanced strength. The dolls are just falling to the ground around you and clambering back onto the shelf. They don't seem to be interested beyond trying to grapple you. That makes it top of the round. Perrin's go. Oh no, Arena's go. Yeah, Arena, you're up.
I'll mute myself twice. Let's see. Can I go under the table and go stealth?
The doll is not going to let you do that. You just have to do damage to your friends around you, I'm afraid.
Oh, I was planning on doing damage.
Yeah, take your action to do stealth. The doll wants you just to attack them, though.
Okay, gotcha. Then I guess I will just... I'm in melee range, then I will just hit him because he tried to grab me then. I will drop my boomerang.
Clatters to the ground. All of you are like, she's never dropped the boomerang like that. That seems...
Yeah, and then I'm just going to grab him. And shocking grasp.
Bone, what is your AC?
This is where 16. Arena finds out she has electrical magic powers.
Yeah, as you go to grapple Bone just about shifts to the side. You barely catch a bit of cloth, and there's a bit of electricity just sparks off your hands. But unfortunately, the AC 16 you don't hit.
Oh.
However, you do know now that you would have advantage against targets of metal armor, right? With shocking grasp?
I would, yep.
Perrin has metal armor.
Oh no.
That makes it, unless you want to use a bonus action for anything?
No, she just electrifies him.
She's manically giggling and electricity's coming off her hands. She's 2 foot tall, the rest of you are like 7 foot. This is very strange.
Mini Palpatine here.
It's like Sith Yoda, yeah.
Yeah, genuinely.
Yeah.
Axel's go. Axel, you're up.
Knowing that my pal has the music box, I would like to try to repair the music box.
Okay, you can shift around Arena to there, and you can take the music box if Gatton wants to give it up with a free action.
Gatton, I'm gonna fix this thing. I think it's our key.
Okay.
Just imagine like all these dolls are still all over me, and I'm like with the red eyes. I'm all like, I will require both hands for what comes next.
Now the downside is if you use your free action to take the music box, you don't have your tools out, so it would take you an action to get your tools out or to take them from the table. So you wouldn't be able to fix it until next turn.
Well, that is the plan. So then I will take the music box, have tools ready, and get ready to repair the music box.
Okay.
And then, well, no, I can't. Do I have a bonus action to billow my cape?
Yeah, you can billow the cape.
I'll billow the cape just a little bit, just like just a touch.
It billows beautifully, and several of the dolls nearby that climb back up just get knocked off and fall to the ground.
Nice.
Doll's turn. Yeah, she's gonna use Eerie Giggle.
Wow.
Really?
I'm like I yellow X this whole room. I didn't consent to like evil dolls.
I need everyone, including Arena, to make a wisdom saving throw. Ooh. You just hear giggling that penetrates through your mind, seems to resonate through your ears, and makes you just fear to the core. You can hear your heartbeat.
But I'm on her side. Is it magical?
This is not magical. No.
It's not.
20.
No, not this one.
How is this not
6.
magical?
It's a creature power.
18.
Everyone passes but Perrin. Perrin,
New
you take
paladin.
1 point of psychic damage.
Oh!
And you are frightened for 1 minute. You may repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Yeah, you're not big enough to be immune to frightening condition yet, eh?
Nope.
Damn it.
That makes the end of the dolls go. It is still stealth. That doesn't break its stealth. Perrin, you're up.
So, what does frightened mean for me?
You cannot move any closer to the doll. You don't know where the doll is, so it doesn't matter. You're at disadvantage to attack the doll.
Okay, that's not too bad then. So, would this doll count as, say, a fiend? Like, would I imagine it might?
It's possible.
Okay, then I'm gonna try a thing because it's cool. It's like Perrin, like now scared of this thing, looking around frantically to try and work out where it is. I want to use Divine Sense.
Right, pop it.
The presence of strong evil registers on my senses like a noxious odor, and as an action, I can open my awareness to detect such forces at the end of my next turn. I know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of me. Oh, that is not behind total cover, so that might ruin it, but then I guess it's using the fact that it's also a doll to hide.
Yeah. You know exactly where it is. And I'm going to tell you using
and I have
GM
disadvantage
whispers.
I have disadvantage to attack it, just to make things...
Wait, it's as your action to do that, though, so you don't know where it... You don't have the ability to attack it this turn, but you can point out where it is. This is where it is. Oh, sorry. Let me change that. Yeah, I got it wrong. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Right, wait, is that more on the map? I guess it would be on the map because you don't know actually what way I'm facing.
Yes, on the map. On the map.
Okay. Yeah. So I think I'm looking in like a different, and then I just get a sense, and I'm like, it's there, and just like point up in the top left corner.
Okay. None of you can spot where he's pointing at, but he's definitely certain it's in the top left corner on the map. You would know
I just keep my finger locked
as
on
a
it
fiend.
And track it with my eyes.
It is a tiny construct fiend. Any bonus action movement?
Not cool.
I can't get any closer to it.
You can't get any closer to it. You know where it is
I don't
now.
think I want to get any further away either. So I think I hold position here.
Okay. Do you know where it is for duration, or do you just know for this turn?
It says until the end of my next turn.
Okay, so you know where it is until the end of your next turn as well. Gatton.
Him telling me where it is that enough to negate my disadvantage?
For what? For an attack roll?
To attack it, yeah.
No, you'd be able to attack it, but it would be at disadvantage because you don't know where it is, but you know vaguely where it is.
Right. No, I have 2 hands.
Okay.
No.
You would need to move past Arena, which means Arena gets an attack of opportunity, which she can do unarmed because she's got her bare hands, so she can attempt to do 1 point of bludgeoning with a fist attack.
Oh god, I want. It's gonna be so bad. Okay.
You know what? But it's funny. If you were a paladin, you could still smite off of that. So it's lucky for me that.
Can I just use my my strength roll?
Yeah, it would be a strength roll. Yeah.
Oh. Ah!
Wow! Wow!
I would have had a freaking 23. So.
You swing wildly out the back as you realize Gatton's moving past, but it's a bit too late, and he's very big, and it doesn't do anything. Gatton, you're vaguely next to where you got told the doll is. You can't really see it in amongst the horde of dolls, but it's definitely there somewhere.
Do I have? I mean, it's just stealth. It's not magically hidden. I have no chance of even trying to see it, especially if he told me where it is.
You can make your passive perception isn't good enough. You would have to make an action to see it. But you can attack at disadvantage if you want.
I did. No, my 23 became a 6. Yeah.
Oh, crap. Sorry. With that, you swing down, smashing through at least one of the shelves, and explodes and splinters. Bits of doll fly everywhere. Doesn't seem like you hit it. There's no reaction.
I cheer anyway. Awesome!
Yeah, that's it for... No, I would have splintered that thing, and that's it for me.
Okay. Arena, you're up.
All right. I guess.
Hi.
I'm gonna turn to Perrin. I'm gonna touch him.
Okay, attack roll at advantage.
She giggles manically, and then she's going to try to touch.
Bad touching. Bad touching.
This is probably horrifying. Just like
17.
Oh boy.
Nope.
That's a hit, right?
Yep, that's a hit.
I don't do much damage.
You take 5 points of lightning damage as Arena grapples onto... Because you're standing on the desk, right? She probably grapples onto one of your greaves, and then you feel this jolt of electricity shoot up your leg, and you're like spasms horribly.
I'm still trying to point at the dolly. It's there, out!
I feel it. Oh, we all know that because we have all the rings on. We're like, I felt it.
Everyone, even Arena gets a sense of ow, being shocked. Yeah.
I would get advantage on this too. So should I roll again just in case I got a crit?
Oh yeah. Sorry, you didn't roll advantage.
No.
Roll again.
Come on.
That is delightfully monstrous.
I just forgot that he has.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, no, so you
crit.
very hit. At the end of your turn, the legendary action, the doll is going to jump out from amongst the stuff and make an attack at Gatton with its craft knife.
Oh no. You say it's crack knife?
Craft knife. It has a craft knife, not a crack knife.
It sounded like it's a crack knife. I was like,
you can get those on eBay right now. It's great.
It will be a normal attack. Oh no, it's a surprise attack, so it would have advantage. So I'm gonna roll again.
I mean, is it surprise? I know it's there.
You can't see it at the beginning of its go.
how
It doesn't
how
crit.
many rounds am I dominate person?
It's like an hour
now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
There are conditions under which you can roll again, but you haven't reached those conditions
I'm
yet.
really glad it's me though, because I'm the one who does
It's better it's you, yeah. With that, it jumps out and stabs the craft knife into your face, and it cuts a big tear in the wooden above your eye section. You take 3 points of slashing damage, which is half because you're raging to 1.
All right. Does it stay near me or does it try and leave?
It can't move on its go because that's just a legendary action, so it doesn't have any movement, so it's still there.
Oh, I was gonna say, because the moment it tries to leave my space, I'm an attack of opportunity. This thing.
Yeah.
I hate that rule, except when it works to my advantage.
Axel, you're up.
I'm gonna try to fix this music box.
Okay. Make
So
me
I have instrument tools in my
Yeah, it'll be an intelligence, and then we'll add your proficiency. If you just want to roll intelligence, we'll add your proficiency afterwards. Or if you actually have it on your sheet, you can roll instrument tools.
Yeah, it says instrument con something or other. So
Oh yeah, hit that then.
Attributes. Oh, and then an input value, intelligence. Here we go.
I'm sorry. I'm actually really good at tinkering and stuff.
And this is a normal roll, not with advantage.
Normal roll, yeah.
That was the trick. It's like, you're like, oh, this is the thing for me. Then you walk
21!
in, get possessed.
Yes!
As you start slotting these different gears back on and then cranking it, it starts to give off this weird tinkling children's tune. Maybe something you might have heard from one of the many children boxes that are around that often get made by rock gnomes or even forest gnomes. And you can hear the giggling that's faintly been going on this entire time stop haltingly.
Oh my gosh, am I no longer control?
It's not fair. You can make a wisdom saving throw.
It is about to get significantly worse.
Do I get advantage on it? It's magical.
It is magic, so you do get advantage. Yeah.
3.
Oh,
3 and 3.
Both 3.
both dice were a 2.
Yeah, there's a momentary flicker, Arena, where you realize what you're doing, but it's gone immediately
Part of
after
me
that
is
in
enjoying
a
this.
very quick whisper. Axel, the music box is now playing. It will play for 3 rounds, and then you'll have to crank it again, but that's probably not going to be a problem. You can set it down if you want as part of your action back on the table.
I would like to. Can I move? I still can move.
Yeah, you can move, yeah.
I will keep playing it, but move closer to Gatton. I want to get this music as close to that stupid doll face as I can.
Okay.
Hey, you like that?
You take that back.
You're like, dance monkey, dance monkey.
The doll's turn. You can see that this doll is not liking it, and it doesn't heal. It's going to... Oh, I need to check if it recharges. It does not recharge. It's going to attempt to stealth again, back into the crowd of dolls.
If it leaves my space, do I get an attack of opportunity? I know it's right there.
If you can see it, but because it's amongst a load of dolls, it can still attempt stealth. So it stealths, and then attempts to move. However, it rolled a 1, which is below all of your passive perceptions. So as it attempts to move away from Gatton, you may make an attack of opportunity as you spot this doll pushing other dolls away from it.
Do I see it? Do I see it too? Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Gatton would make an attack of opportunity, but then as soon as Gatton gets an attack of opportunity, the doll realizes and it will stop moving.
Let's see.
11 does not hit, I'm afraid. You smash through part of the shoving behind it, and it stops and turns slowly towards you, the head turning 180 degrees, and then the body following 2 seconds later. That's the end of its go. It's going to stop moving now. It's technically, let me control it exactly, it would be something like there. It's not technically left bone's range because it's tiny. That makes it Perrin's go.
I should have just put the music box down, is what I should have done.
So is it...
That's okay.
No, you're helping.
Visible to everyone, because it unstealthed to attack and then attempted stealth again. It got lower than everyone's passive perception. It rolled a 1.
Is it not adjacent to me then? It's
not adjacent to you, no. It's adjacent to Bone, it's adjacent to Garten. It's not adjacent to you.
Well, to be clear, though, was it within range for Bone to be able to get his attack of opportunity as well? Because he was close.
It's still in range of Bone. It's within 5 feet of Bone.
Oh, so it didn't move out of my... It didn't move out of my...
He doesn't get attack opportunity. It hasn't moved out of his space. It moved out of your space, realized it was not stealth, and then just stops.
Got it. Okay.
Perrin, what would you do?
I'm going to jump off the table to drop the javelin, take out the great sword and swing.
Yes!
Okay.
Oh wait, actually, am I past the frightened thing now, or?
Actually, end of your last go, you'd have got to make another roll. So make me a wisdom saving throw real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, worst case
you can check.
You could javelin it even from a distance. So.
Yeah.
Nope, you cannot get closer. I'm afraid. So
I do not leap off the table.
At disadvantage.
I'm too scared to throw a javelin.
Disadvantage attack rolls against the target.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
The javelin just hits the ground right next to Bone and
Bing,
just sticks in.
I know how you feel, man.
Just imagine you're like,
Yeah.
I don't like it.
As you like pull the javelin back, the doll's head rotates again 180 degrees about the body and looks at you, and you're like, ah! You release the javelin a little bit too late, it goes too low. That's the end of your go. At the end of your go, it is going to make a...
So do I get a frightened resist then?
Yeah, and you'll go frighten resist. It's going to take a legendary action to cast suggestion on Gatton. Gatton, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Rolled 4 twice in a row on my wisdom save. It's not going well.
Take luck, Gatton. Oh my gosh.
You hear the doll
Nice.
speak, its mouth moving and mistime with the words. It says, "Go back into the previous room and stay there."
Oh,
No.
like,
No.
Perhaps you will never depart this room instead.
For those
And then I
listening, that
open my
was-
not
chest
fair.
and let Petro come out. Yeah, right.
Okay, that makes it Gatton's go.
For those listening, that was a 22.
Yes, that was
Yeah,
22. Sorry,
Solid
yes, 22.
resist.
maybe your
No.
grapple's better than mine.
I attempt to smash it.
Okay, you move up
Smash,
5 feet and make an attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
10. Again, smashing this time into the wall as the sword comes down. Digging deep into the actual wall itself, but unfortunately not hitting the doll.
That's it.
I'm imagining
Arena.
like this creepy doll just like moving around everywhere and like you're just trying to smash at it, killing
Yeah, like the doll's
hitting
just
everything.
running across, like pushing dolls out of its way, and the sword is coming down behind it, smashing bits of like wood from the shelf. Dolls are getting chopped apart, bits of stuffing going everywhere, glass eyes, and the doll's just pushing away real quick. It is Arena's go. Sorry, it's still controlled.
Just for show, Arena's gonna like run underneath Axel's legs and then around and then touch Perrin again.
Okay, you just like run around as Axel's moving.
Is the music? Sorry, I don't mean to be too
Music
meta.
box still
Never mind.
going.
Okay, got it.
And she's just cackling like in unison with the doll. Oh wait, I got advantage. I keep forgetting that.
Yep, 19, and if you want to roll again,
Uh-oh.
So 19.
19 hits.
8.
8 lightning damage.
Oh
Perrin,
no! That's me. I'm down.
Oh no.
as you grab Perrin's leg, this time you hold on rather than just touching, and he just convulses repeatedly until he goes down on the table.
I'm like an ankle biter.
Perrin is down.
What did the music box even do again? Did it do anything?
It
to, like-
allowed Arena to make a Arena. You can make a wisdom saving throw again at advantage.
Oh no, she's
Because
gonna
it's the end of her
cry.
Would she have done that? But wait, just to be clear, would she have rolled that first before her turn?
She already did. When you turned it on, she rolled, and then at the end of each subsequent go while it's playing, she gets to roll again.
So, but wouldn't she, but would she have rolled before attacking?
No, it's at the end of her go.
21. Oh,
21. You break out
Perrin's
of it.
like my good friend.
You break out of it. This song playing through your head, almost like it's pushing the giggling out. And as the giggling leaves you, you come to. You remember everything you've done, but you also look over as your hand is still like Perrin's down, unconscious.
I kneel down on the ground and I'm like, no. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. It made me. And she's just like hobbling his leg on the ground.
Okay.
Who's got?
I
the
can't do
potion?
anything else. Wait.
She can cure light wounds, but
Yeah,
she
I was
can't
like,
do it right
can I
now.
do that as a bonus action?
No, Cure Wounds is an action and also used your action to attack
Yeah, I
Perrin. And
didn't-
the
it
wisdom
is.
save was at the end of your go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Axel, you're up.
Oh my gosh. Let's see here. What are my options? I was thinking about once again grappling this little thing. That has not gone very well for me at all. Grappling anything.
You should have advantage because it's tiny though.
Do you get advantage on grapples when something's much smaller than you?
Yeah. At least, I mean, I think you do. I got too many additions to this game in my head. I know you get penalties when it's bigger than you. I think you get benefits when it's smaller than you.
Yeah, because of my Goliath race, I get
Yeah, there are size differences for.
powerful build. Let me click that button.
My theory is like being dodgy is also good for it when it's smaller. So I don't know if you would get advantage versus it dodging. You might. Well, actually.
Never mind. Looks like no. It looks like no. I'm on Stack Exchange. It looks like no.
Okay. In which case, you may grapple it if you wish to, or you can attack it.
There's definitely, for the record, for the audience, there's definitely drawbacks to trying to grapple something bigger, but there is no overt benefit to grappling something smaller.
I think the theory is if you try and grapple something smaller, it can still just dodge away. It may be even easier because it's tiny, but like physically you'd have an advantage. It makes up for the fact it's got a really low strength.
Well, here's the thing, because we've got a guy down, we know somebody's going to have to heal them next turn. I've only got Gatton, who will attack. I'm just going to, attack.
Do you also know that it can stealth away from you quite easily? If you grapple it, it can't stealth.
I'm going to try to grapple it!
Okay.
Come on!
Athletics roll. Make a dex roll, because I don't have acrobatics.
I'll put my camera on mute now, so that way when it's really bad and I scream really loud, it won't hurt anybody.
Oh no.
That's 15.
I rolled a 16 plus 2.
Oh no!
No!
Sorry. As you go to grapple it, it runs up your arm, jumps off onto a different bit of shelving. That was an attack. Do you have the ability to make an attack roll as a bonus action as a monk?
Flurry of blows.
Yeah, I think I could do it again. Well, I don't have that yet. I'm only level 1.
Oh, okay.
You might get that at level 1. That's level 2, yeah.
I think, and I only get a bonus attack if I was to have attacked first. Let me check my sheet.
It's hard when you're small.
Well, yeah, okay. When you attack,
Also, your green screen eyes keep freaking me out. That's it. That's monk eyes
It's
there.
very creepy because your eyes are gone.
Yeah. The following benefits: if you gain a following on wielding a monk weapon, you aren't wearing armor.
Unstrike or a monk. You can make a. Oh, you'd have to use an unarmed strike or a monk weapon, not a grapple. Okay. So, sorry. You can billow the cape.
That is important.
Great.
Billow the cape. Do it.
Sure, I'll billow the cape.
Okay.
I am useless.
The creepy doll honestly thinks you're all a bit trash right now. So the creepy doll's turn.
Hey!
It's just gonna attempt to stab. The creepy doll's not seen you do anything other than actually Arena is actually pretty strong. She's seen Arena take down Perrin. Everyone else hasn't done anything. So
Yeah,
the creepy
I
doll
was
is actually
like-
going to attack Arena. Nobody leaves me behind. Stabs you with a craft knife.
I was just helping her.
And then you got out.
But you are no longer.
You're
How
the
does she
only one
know?
she perceives as a threat. What's your AC?
15.
I rolled a 14. It jabs you with the craft knife, and as you see it go towards you, it sticks into the leather, and it's like, That's the end of its go. It's not going to attempt to move. It's got way too many people around it. Makes it Perrin's go. Perrin, make the death saving throw.
Press the button. There it is. Oh, it's
One to fail. You can see as Perrin's corpse starts twitching a little bit as he gets closer and closer to actually dying.
Rena will
not a
save you.
corpse
It's
yet.
fine.
True.
Yeah, it's fine.
At the end of your turn, it's going to take a legendary action. It's going to attempt to get the dolls around Gatton, because Gatton's the only one next to them, to again grapple Gatton. So, Gatton,
Oh,
if you
it's
wanna make
it's
me
gonna roll a 47 or something stupid.
disadvantage
And I roll.
so plain athletics roll.
$16.
16. Natural 20. but we both rolled 16. So roll again? Is it? No, you compare strength or dex.
Well, I have
strength.
advantage. I'm raising, so I don't know. I'm a strong boy.
I think we just compare attributes. So we compare strength. My strength is 3. You win.
Yeah, right. Again, these things are like all over. I just ignore them completely.
Yeah, this time the dolls are actually pulling you back a bit, just the sheer weight of dolls, and you just and you see several of their arms just begin to tear off, and just bits of like stuffing exploding everywhere. It is now Rita's turn. Oh, sorry. Did I just skip Gatton? Gatton, it's your turn. Sorry.
I will grapple the creepy doll.
Okay. Advantage, disadvantage, so plane.
All right. Why would I have disadvantage?
You have a point of exhaustion. It's a skill check.
Oh, yes.
17 versus my...
Oh, I hit it with 17, right? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I rolled really high. I got a 20. I'm sorry. This time you grapple in and your hand comes down. The doll jumps onto the back of your palm, jumps off again. I'm sorry.
Doll is drunk.
It is now Arena.
Okay. I think Arena's just like freaking out about Perrin, and I think she's gonna accidentally heal Perrin.
Okay. As you feel like your hand clutching at him, you feel like an energy surge through you, touching like the divine tools you've got in your waist. You pull one out, and the energy flows through him. 8 points to Perrin. You find yourself unconscious, lying down on the floor, and suddenly...
And Arena's in your face.
I appreciate the shocking grasp was intentional. The healing is an accident.
I panic. I panic and recoil from Arena for a second before realizing she's no longer trying to kill me.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. It made me.
Oh, you're free. Okay, let's go. Also,
throughout this, Arena's casting focus is her tinkering tools, so she looks a bit like Doctor Who. Like she's got her sonic screwdriver out like a tinkering tool, and she's like casting with it.
Does having been knocked unconscious free him from the fear condition?
No, technically you still have conditions when you're unconscious. It's only when you die you lose them.
Oh.
But you would be able to make it at the end of your go, but you're unconscious?
In my dreams, I'm like, I will face my fears.
Do conditions end when you go unconscious? 5e.
Come on, internet.
Yes, spells remain on you. Does threatening condition end? Yeah,
just
it remains.
You had to reboot.
Yeah, but at the end of your previous go, you could have made the save, even though you're unconscious. So you can make the save when you're unconscious.
I'll make one now then.
Wisdom save, yeah.
Yay.
13. That's the DC. You are not frightened anymore.
Yes. So, like as I was dying, I'm like, no, I can do this. I mean, I can't because I'm dying. But if I wasn't, I could do this.
Also, we realize
Creepy Doll's airy giggle doesn't recharge?
A doll is dismembering us. We cannot beat up a doll. Come on!
It is
Axel.
a fiend.
I'm punching it twice. That's it. That is all I'm going to do.
Make an attack roll.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Are you punching it?
Yes. Yes, I am. I feel
You're
confident.
at least attempting to punch it, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, 23!
23! That is a hit. As this
You
doll
know
is
it's a
like
hit.
jumping over both of you trying to grapple it, you're just like, I want to punch it, and you smack the doll. It's a tiny doll. It's about the size of your fist. You punch it against the wall, and the entire doll goes, pow!
Yes.
You were peeking
Roll
a
damage.
little bit. Maybe.
7 bludgeoning.
7.
As you
I'm
hit the
attacking
doll,
it again. I'm attacking again
it
anyway.
seems
no
to
matter
do
what
less
happens.
damage than you'd expect, but the doll properly seems quite hurt by that.
Punching it again.
Okay. Its AC is 14. You just clip it. As it begins to scuttle away, you smash it and it hits the leg. This time, like, you do like a high kick, smashes into the doll. Roll damage. 6. Again, it seems to do less damage than you'd expect, but the doll actually does seem quite hurt regardless.
Yeah! I finally hit a thing!
The dolls go. It's actually injured now. It's suddenly realized that you can do damage. It's going to attempt to stealth again. It tries to heal, but it can't for some reason. It stealths. It moves.
What about the music?
Everyone's got a passive perception above 9, right?
Yeah, I do.
I rolled a 3 plus 6. Both Gatton and Axel, both of you get to make a reaction attack roll.
Gatton, would you like to go first, or yes?
Natural 20, that hits.
All right, so the damage.
Just click
sorry.
longsword two-handed. If you click that, it'll do it for you.
But will it? So,
It'll
but
auto.
I need,
it'll auto
yeah, that's why I use
for
the
you.
chat.
but I need to. Sorry, I need my. I have to. Add, oh, hang on. Wait. Sorry, I'm about to do something wrong. My rage damage I have to add separately, right?
It adds it for you.
It
adds it for you. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
There's a checkbox. So you rolled a 1 and a 10. Plus 2 for rage.
Yeah. So what? 13.
13 points of damage.
That's pretty
Oh,
good.
I rolled a freaking 1. Jeez.
I
It
know that,
smacks into it.
that was a bad roll.
It looks very hurt by that. Really hurt. It's very, very hurt, but it does seem resistant to it.
The dice are fickle today. Although Bone should get a swing at it too.
Bone,
I'm just trying to-
your opportunity attack.
Finish it,
It
Bone.
might be resistant to like non-magical or something.
21.
Or-
Roll damage. It has 1
Nice.
HP unless you get 1 damage.
Don't jinx it.
5. It takes 2 points of damage because it is resistant. That brings it down to -1 HP. Bone, as this doll is scrabbling away after you've hit it repeatedly, and the doll seems hurt, like stuffing is coming out in places, this blow swings down with a sword from nearby, shears through one of the back legs, and goes straight into the wall, and then Gatton pulls it out. As you see your opportunity, the doll limping away, how do you kill it?
Oh my gosh. I say something in regards of like, your forgiveness or my forgiveness will be bestowed upon you in the afterlife. And I want to come on back with as much like coil to come and just, I want it right in the face, through the face, into the wall, like smash
Pin
through
it
its
into.
stupid face. It's not gonna pin because I'm gonna punch through its face
You
and like
punch straight
hold it into
it.
the wall.
It goes a good 2 inches into the wall, the wooden wall splintering behind it, and it explodes as bits of like fluff and padding just come out all over the place. One of the eyes pinwheels off and just rotates down next to you on the floor and looks up at you. The giggling stops,
And I go,
and you are left in the room.
how do you like that?
And I
I
get,
laugh
I'm,
at
just,
its
Struck.
face.
I'm just sitting over Perrin and I'm like,
Are you okay?
And like I'm back on my feet now. Like, yeah, no, I'm all right. You did good. I feel actually pretty decent.
Sorry about
I
that.
turn and look at Perrin. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, go ahead. That was all she said.
I just look at him and I say, "You were defeated in solo combat by Arena. You have lost several places on the list."
As it's happening, you
In
notice
fairness,
mist. Glittering mist starts to fill the room.
in fairness, I wasn't trying to fight Arena back.
I try and search as fast as possible. I realize, like, because we've experienced this once before, but it's like just look real quick, see if there's anything to take out of this room.
Make a really quick investigation check.
Like head on swivel, head on swivel, head on swivel.
The door behind you closes.
The music is so nice. It's like happy gold mist. Nope.
You don't
I
see
see a
anything.
nothing.
No.
Mhm.
And with that, the mist starts to cling to each of you. And you feel
Deactivating combat protocol.
a strange surge, a tingling. Each of you experiences some weird flashes. Blackness, pain, and then with that you come to again. Each of you take a point of exhaustion. You feel a little bit more energized. All of your hit points go back to max. However, you don't level up.
Do I get to get my boomerang?
Spell slots. Oh, your boomerang. Oh, yeah, you can pick your boomerang up.
Okay.
As you come to, you're still in the room.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. The door at the end is there.
Right, so the marking has happened, but we're still here?
Yeah.
Okay.
You normally have to walk away from the marking. It's just in the last room.
I'm gonna draw a blueprint of this box.
Sure.
Seems like a
You could
useful
attempt-
thing to learn to maybe make someday.
Roll me a really, really quick tinker check.
Okay. Intelligence based or?
Intelligence based, yeah.
I actually see if there's kind of like gather up what's left of this doll and actually, believe it or not, try and give it like some sort of like even quasi burial here, because I'm like, it is wrong to use constructs for evil.
Aww.
Yep. You place it very delicately in the center of the desk. Just put it all together. Arena,
Crank the music box one last time before we go.
you can get a very, very crude, like, drawing down the music box in about 5 minutes. If you wait any longer, it's possible the tower will think that you're loitering. You can get some crude drawings down.
Okay.
I look back at the room behind and like, is the door still open to the
The
spinning
door's
wheel?
closed. Door's closed right before the
okay.
marking.
Yeah, he
Sorry.
said it closed
Yeah,
down.
I'm like, I look up like, fair enough. Probably best we didn't push our luck.
Yeah.
Shame, I really like that room.
I turn and look at Bone and I'm all like, you defeated the Wheel of Chance and also slew the beast. Well done.
You see me, so I'm finally, because this is the first time that my new, monk abilities have finally worked in my favor. So I'm more like, I'm not, although I screamed happy, I kicked its ass, but now I'm contemplating like, okay, now I understand what strength and abilities I have. I take it more as like a learning moment as opposed to like I'm a badass moment. Like I'm finally understanding that I have some abilities now that I can use at my disposal. So I just like, yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Like I kind of just like I'll wave it off like, oh, thank you. And I'm just in deep thought at the moment.
Mhm.
That's not funny. I just get it.
I'm like, remember to take detailed notes upon departure. Our memories of these experiences may be deleted.
Yes, I'm like scribbling things in the book.
Oh yeah, Arena's drawing this box right now.
Yeah. Like I said, you spend 5 minutes quickly drawing the box, making notes. You would know vaguely that once you've completed things, you are meant to depart. So 5 minutes is probably all you could safely do.
Like, although right before we leave, I just like pull my sword out again and I'm all like, just in case the bandits have returned, and go to open the door.
Okay. As you open the door, you notice that outside is the plain hall that you entered through. And there's big doors that you had to open to get inside.
I enthusiastically grip the knockers.
Okay, you all step through into the
Do
transition.
you need help or are you good? Do you need help? You all right? Okay, you got it.
And with that,
You can
as
each
you grip
one grab
the
a knocker.
knockers to open the door to the outside, the door behind you closes. Everyone make me a wisdom saving throw.
Non-magical, right?
Non-magical. It's a planar effect.
20.
9.
Nine.
Oh, I can never remember.
Oh, not this time.
anything.
8.
I got it last time, not this
Everyone
time.
but Perrin. You open the door. You see sunlight streaming in you. You would just... You vaguely remember that you were going to go in, and you remember being in this hall but facing the other way. Perrin, everything seems somewhat dreamy, but you can recall all of it. And that's
Important point.
Break.
I was just saying, important point of clarification. You should be rolling for Pietro because Arena can talk to him. He might remember things.
Tell us
He
the
can
secrets.
Can I roll for
Exactly.
Pietro?
Sure, make a wisdom saving throw for Pietro.
Oh
Here's
my
the thing,
gosh.
Pietro remembers a lot of being inside a
No.
compartment and nothing happening.
19.
Pietro remembers being in a compartment. Pietro remembers some noises. Pietro also can only vaguely communicate with you, really roughly. Like, you can communicate base concepts with Pietro. It doesn't say Pietro can do anything particularly much with you. You get the sense that Pietro remembers something, and it was quite traumatic of being inside a very angry, raging barbarian.
We do need to find out what class what class Pietro is. It's important.
Warlock.
Pietro the Paladin. Well, Warlock, yeah. Great old one Warlock. Pietro follows Cthulhu.
Hellish Rebuke.
Like end of the campaign, Pietro like emerges from the compartment. He's a level 20 wizard.
Pietro is actually the big bad.
It's true.
Oh no!
Let's never trust him. All right,
Yep.
break you
With that,
saying?
we're going to take a break. So thank you, everyone. We'll be back in a few minutes. So feel free to enjoy some fun during the break. I need to pee. So with that, goodbye. We're back in a bit.
Bye.
everyone! Welcome back to Ascension, part 2 of episode 3. We survived.
We survived and then forgot that we did, except me and Pietro.
Only the 4 of us survived.
The thing is, do you ever tell them that Irene almost killed you?
Yeah, you could just skip that part. Be like, everything was great. We're a good team.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you are back in the transitory hall. The doors in front of you open. You can see sunlight streaming in. There's a group of 3 people just sitting there. 2 humans and a halfling just sitting there who look up as you open the door like...
Do I recognize them?
You do not recognize them at all. Completely people who you've not ever seen.
Okay, none of us
Is
have
the
seen
bandit still tied to a tree or whatever nearby?
We hid it.
You hid the bandit a little bit further away, out of like direct line of sight, so you're good.
Okay.
Feel free to talk for a second. They're just gonna get their wits.
And Rex's body.
Mm-hmm.
We need to go grab his body, too, to bring him back to his family. Or, well, not to his family.
It is true. So while the DM's not here, sneak attack on these 3 people. I smash all 3 of them.
Let's go. I'm gonna roll my attack and see if I can hit.
They legit didn't react.
Everybody roll attack rolls.
They were just stunned. Just stunned.
Oh. So then I said, why does it keep burning when I pee? And then I was, oh, hey.
Oh, yeah. Because... Also,
back.
files I'm glad I deleted.
Congrats, eh? You want to just step out so we can go in? They all start getting up. You see that 2 of them got swords. One of them's got this big woodcutter's axe. You done?
I move out of the ways.
Can I assess their abilities? Can I just eye them up and down and see
sure,
do I think they're
roll?
All things being equal, we don't have any vested interest in their success or failure, right?
Damn, 20 insight.
You think that they all vaguely look like they know how to handle themselves a little bit, so they probably have A level, but maybe not more than a few.
It's mostly because Bone realizes that anyone can hit something more often than he does.
That is correct. Because because coming out, I don't remember going in right, so I'm just walking out, assessing them, and I'm still like, oh, they could probably hit more people than I can. That's great. That's great.
Right. Yeah. Thank you. Congrats and everything.
You guys only got.
Sorry, you cut out there.
You guys only got 3. You guys only have 3 going in.
Oh, we prefer to run with 3. Look, we all know each other. We know each other really well. If we got a 4th, Yeah, that's right. If we had a 4th, we wouldn't know their capabilities as well. I mean, maybe if we took time to integrate them or something. But look, we heard about this opportunity. And, we don't have to pay tower fees or anything to get in. So,
what level are you guys at?
Oh, we've each done a floor before. But only 1.
Okay.
Well,
best of luck.
Play it safe, and it's a tricky one. Lots of puzzles. Don't just go straight in swinging swords.
The halfling turns and pats this book clipped to his belt. Yeah, don't worry, we've read the book. I appreciate the help though. Puts a pipe in mouth again.
All right, good luck.
I just say one piece of advice: be prepared to encounter brigands when you return. We encountered a group on the way in. I'm sure they will make another attempt at the tower.
Yeah, we saw the bloodstains. Thanks for that.
And just literally showed my pit extended out of my hand, my pitted and nicked greatsword, and I'm like,
oh, you gotta look down.
I just step aside and just motion towards the tower.
I ask them where they're from. Where are you guys from? The town right over here? Or?
Oh no, we're from Mott. It's a village, a bit further downriver.
Beautiful name. Sounds lovely.
Well, we all get shitty places, especially around this neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Do I know anything about that area?
Make me a history roll. The DC is incredibly low because it's close by. This is more
I have
like
a
how
plus
much
5
you
to
would know.
this. 12.
12. Still 12 is
so
really good
far.
because it's really close by. It's about 4 days travel on foot, less than a day by boat. It's just down the river clip. It's the only other like major settlement, particularly nearby. You'd say it's probably like a large village. It's a little smaller than your place, so it's not quite a town, but it's a largish village. Probably about 100 people, 150 people live there.
Okay.
It's quite close by.
Did you want to move us to the map as well?
Oh yeah, I can move it to the map. I believe it's actually labeled on the map as well. Ugh.
Is they're walking by, I just say interrogative.
Okay.
Where is the tower that you have done one floor on before?
Oh, the Soul Spire back in Vihira Raz.
I assume that means something to me as a citizen of this world.
Yeah, Vihira Raz is capital city of the Dead Cities, and it has the Soul Spire, which is the Tower of the Raven Queen. Used to be the Tower of Nerol until the Raven Queen deposed Nerol. It's the closest one.
And that's the city that Perrin often goes to sell the wares that he finds scavenging out here.
Oh.
I would like to go there.
Hashtag foreshadowing.
It's also currently occupied by 2 other cities after a war about 30 years ago.
Shouldn't we go in the tower before them? Because we're here first, right?
We just did the tower. I remember.
What?
Did anyone else remember?
I don't remember anything again.
Right, yeah, that happened to me too when I went in. It's weird, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I look at all the blank looks like, right, just me. Okay.
I know, we should get in. Like, the word was going around our village. It won't be long before more people come, so if you don't mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
I step
Good
out of the way.
hunting. Mhm.
Congratulations and all good luck. They enter,
Good luck to you.
close the doors.
All right.
And once the door's shut, I'm like, 3's still pretty good, and they say they've done it once before.
Yeah. I was like, I thought they're supposed to have 4, aren't they? Isn't that like...
The advice is between 3 and 5. The towers scale with how many people you have, but too few and you don't have the like specialties you need. Too many, and the tower starts to push back a little bit too much.
That is fine. We essentially only fought with 3 as well. And then I just sort of look at Bone, and then I turn and walk towards where we hid that dude.
Once again, I'm a...
Everyone did well there. We all contributed.
Can I insight check Baron to see if he's telling the truth? Alright.
Yeah, right.
17.
He's definitely telling the truth.
I'd like to, do I feel we got marks. Do I feel different? Is there anything?
You feel healthier, but you feel tired again. You don't feel any more powerful or anything. No, not this time.
You feel like you would be stronger if you weren't so knackered.
I mean, you don't necessarily know how that works in terms of the intricacies. Perrin certainly does, because Perrin's read the book already.
I got this ring. That's awesome.
Yes, the rings. That was one of the gold doors.
Yeah, you
we only
also
got
know
one.
in the back of your mind, you're like, wait, how do I know how healthy all the people nearby are?
I hold up mine. I'm like, yes, no, this tells us how how healthy each of us are, how injured we are, whether we're in danger.
When I see you hold it up and you've got the ring, and I look and Arena's got a ring also, I'm like, I do not believe that your father consented to nuptials. I might be required to destroy this lad.
Gatton, look at your hand.
Yeah. And I look at my hand and I look at Bone, and I'm like, I definitely did not consent to nuptials. You were not able to defeat me in single combat.
I'd be like, you don't want me to tell you what went on in there, all right? I don't know, but I'm yes-anding him. I'm like, oh, we must have got it on.
I just take the ring off.
It goes red briefly, and everyone is like, oh no, she died.
Everyone has a sudden sense of panic.
Yep.
And then I put it back on.
Huh.
She's fine.
Wow, I feel that. That's weird.
It's very
These
interesting. I wonder how it works.
I go and try and recover the body of the sheriff.
I take it off again and I'm examining the ring.
Body's still there?
I scoop him up. He's little. Yep.
I go look for the bandit.
I'm pretty tired too. I feel beat up and tired.
Me
Gonna
too.
stretch it out.
You tie him to a tree, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
tied the one guy to a
Tree.
tree, and then we put Rex like off to the
In one of
side
the coffins nearby.
in the
and then,
coffin
yeah.
thing. Oh,
Yeah.
with the other stuff too, like all the
Yeah.
swords and stuff.
That's still
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah. That's...
As you go to the tree, you notice the ropes are a little bit frayed, and the bandits shifting like. Oh.
Sorry, you weren't quick enough, and we didn't die.
Is there any way I can convince you to let me go?
No, you murdered the lawman.
It wasn't me. It's my mate.
Okay, you collectively, you and the rest of you, but the rest of you are dead. So I've got you. You also tried to kill us. I definitely saw you holding a crossbow.
Yeah, but I missed.
Whatever it was.
I just extend my sword again, and I'm like, we could pass judgment right now if you prefer.
Jesus Christ! What happened to your sword?
Must have chipped it on the bones of some poor bandit.
Make an intimidate roll.
That is good.
Oh, but I guess I'm tired though, so.
Yeah. A 4. Unfortunately, as you say this, the sword does waver a little bit towards the ground. The weight is a bit much to carry at arm's length. It's like, yeah, sure. Look, as a lawman, you could just let me go.
That's not how it works. The law doesn't cease to exist just because lawmen aren't around to maintain it.
What if I told you something useful? Come on.
I'd appreciate it, and I would continue to take you to the village.
Spits in your shoes.
I'd like to flick the guy on the forehead with all of my might. Like, not to him, but like, pow!
Make an attack roll.
Mega flick.
Advantage because he's restrained, technically.
Yes. Monk unarmed. Here we go. 14.
That still hits him. You, flick him on the face, and he goes bang.
Do not talk to my friends like that again.
Hey, look, fine, I'll go with you. His nose is bleeding a little bit. I'm like, oh.
I just sort of look at him for a moment. I'm like, what is the useful information you would intend to share in exchange for your freedom?
Hello.
Excuse me.
Hello. You bought my nose.
I just punched the tree next to him.
You punch the tree. It's still a little bit tired, and you just splinter a fair bit. Look. Tie me in.
Fine. And start loosening the bun so that he can walk, but still tied up.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he doesn't seem too scared of you.
He should be.
Mm-hmm. Little does he realize, I will kill him. So
Yeah.
I would just, start trying to restrain his arms as well to kind of help escort him to the proper authorities.
It doesn't look like he's
With
trying to
parameter.
resist. With your passive insights, it looks like he recognizes the fact that all of you have gone into the tower and were probably all veterans of the tower before, so he thinks you've got at least 2 floors done, and he has none, so it looks like he's not going to resist while you're around.
Nice.
then head back to town.
Let's go back to town.
As we head on, I'm like, so, seeing as we completed the floor, we have gained the ability to raise our strength, but we haven't actually done it yet. It's kind of...
When you start saying that, I just put my finger over my lips and I point at the dude.
He's definitely listening.
I mean, we can still definitely each individually beat the crap out of this guy.
And I go, you're damn right! And I want to flex and billow my cape all at the same time.
Okay, make a performance check with advantage.
performance with advantage.
This is like a whole show, so it would be performance,
Yes.
but it's definitely advantage because this guy is very impressed by you, right?
Natural 20.
Hey.
You know what? It looks like this guy was about to like try and leg it because you see the words almost begin to leave his mouth of like, doesn't make you any faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. he just gives up. He's like, okay, you're way too impressive for me.
Arena-
what I
I don't need to be faster. I have javelins.
Nice. Arena's like walking like slow and exhausted, and like you guys are all like, we'd all collectively beat him up, and she's like thinking to herself she probably can't beat him up.
Unfortunately, you
Perrin
don't
knows.
remember beating up Perrin. Yeah. Mhm.
You could shock him to death. Oh yeah, I've got to be like, oh, by the way, Arena, you have the power to shock people now. I don't know if you're aware, because you lost your memory.
Shock people?
It's very effective. You just kind of grab them and magical stuff happens, and then they get electrocuted.
She kind of like looks at her hand and tries to do it.
It starts to ripple with electricity.
Oh, this is going to be very helpful.
All of the electric things.
Yep.
Now
Yeah,
now she's off in like her own headspace, thinking of all the things that she can create.
I
using
asked Perrin,
electricity.
like, did I do good in there? Was I okay? Did I?
Oh yeah, you did, and I recount like the good stuff. Like, oh yeah, you got like you landed the final blow on the last creature that we fought.
Like, finally!
Do you tell him it was just a doll he beat up?
I mean, it wasn't just a doll.
Yeah, it was a fiend. It was like an abyssal construct. Okay.
Yeah, it was an evil demonic doll being.
Like, that's still
The-
pretty cool, I guess. I mean,
it definitely gave us the runaround. We were struggling for a minute till you and Gatton finally managed to pin the thing down.
Arena's like looking through her notes.
I want to give Gatton a fist bump. Like, dude, we did it!